Good evening, everybody. Not good evening. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the United Community Channel. We're back with another Watchalong. I'm buzzing. I really am. I'm so happy these Watchalongs are back. But yeah, as you all know, Manchester United versus Atletico Madrid. Penultimate game of our pre-season tour against Atletico Madrid, and yeah, look, I'm really looking forward to it. I reckon it's going to be a very good game. I think obviously it's one of the best challenges we've had so far. Obviously the Liverpool game, first game of pre-season, was a big challenge as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how we get on. We seem to have gone with a I suppose a strong enough team. Obviously our two newest signings, Eriksen and Martinez, are there. Now, they're not starting. They are starting from the bench, but look, I do think we'll see him play eventually. Sean is in. Good to see you, Sean. Where can we watch the match? So it's on MUTV, and I think it's also on the Manchester United app as well. If you want to check it out over there, because I'm watching it on MUTV, and they've mentioned it. The reporters mentioned it there at one stage that it's on the app. So, yeah, go over and check it out. I'm not 100% sure. I've got a subscription to MUTV anyway, so I'm watching it through that. But yeah, I mean, looking forward to it. You know, let's go through maybe the starting lineup. Let's see who's in. Patrick is in. Good to see you, Patrick. Be happy with a draw today. Atletico are a very good side. Yeah, I agree. And look, I'm not overly concerned about the result. More, you know, obviously you do want to win and all of that jazz, but look, like we've said from day one with preseason, it's all about getting, you know, Erik ten Hag's system down, and it's about getting minutes into players' legs more so than the actual result. You know what I mean? I hope we will win, says Kmoro. And Patrick says, no Ronaldo again. He won't play until October, I reckon. He's actually in the squad for tomorrow's game, Patrick. So we're playing a game tomorrow in Old Trafford versus Rayo Vallecano. I can never pronounce that word properly. I think I'm getting it right. But yeah, he's in the squad for that tomorrow. So he'll play tomorrow's game. So yeah, happy days. Let's go through the starting lineup, guys. Let me pull it up here. So the starting 11 is De Gea, obviously in goal. We have Diogo Dalot right back. Malacia starts left back. And we have Maguire and Lindelof centre halves. Obviously Varane didn't travel. Now I don't think he's injured. I just think maybe he's going to be starting tomorrow's game more so than today's game. Then midfield, then we have the usual culprits in McTominay and Fred, centre midfield, with Bruno playing just ahead of them. And then our three up front are the usual. Oh, sorry, not the usual. We have Martial through the middle, Rashford from the left, and Elanga on the right. Jadon Sancho was supposed to travel, but he came down with an illness yesterday, so he's out of the squad for today. I'm not sure about tomorrow. Will he play tomorrow? I'm not 100% sure, but I was just watching Erik ten Hag's interview before we came on live here, and he says that he's just out with an illness. So yeah, look, obviously, like we said, Martinez and Eriksen are both on the bench. I do think we'll see them play today. Absolutely, I do. But yeah, look, I mean, we've gone, I suppose, with potentially the strongest lineup possible in relation to the squad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see how we get on. I really am. Please smash a like on the video as well, by the way, guys. If you're watching either on YouTube or on TikTok, I'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel out a ton. Anyone on TikTok, just tap that screen for me as much as you can. And anyone that's watching on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you just take a second, hit that like button. Helps the channel out a ton. We hit 1,000 subscribers last night as well on our Transfer Talk show. So I'm really happy with that. So yeah, we're gonna look at, you know, trying to get, like, when we first started off, my goal was to get to 1,000 subscribers before Christmas, and given the trajectory of it and how quickly it took off, we quickly shortened that to 1,000 subscribers before the start of the season, and we hit that target. So look, if we can get to maybe 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers on YouTube before maybe Christmas, I'd be very happy. So if anyone is watching on TikTok as well, you can click on my homepage up here on the top of the screen. I have a link tree there to all of my social media accounts, so you can go over and follow us there as well. I'd really appreciate it. Mickey is in. Good to see you, Mickey. Let's see what people are saying here as well. Christian says, is Ronaldo staying? I mean, it's a flip of a coin at the moment. We discussed it last night on our transfer talk show, and it's a flip of a coin. I think. You know, obviously he does want to leave, and that's pretty clear. But, I mean, are there any suitors out there for him? The latest reports have suggested that the two destinations that he could potentially go to are either back to Sporting Lisbon in Portugal or to potentially Napoli in Serie A. Now, instantly what that read to me, because people are saying, you know, and we mentioned it as well, obviously, when the Atletico Madrid connection was there. You know, why would he go back to Atletico Madrid? Because he's going to play negative football. He's not going to win the league, and he's not going to win the Champions League with Atletico Madrid. Why wouldn't he just stay with Manchester United? And I think the connections now with him, you know, going back to Sporting Lisbon and going to Napoli, basically just prove that he wants to score goals in the Champions League and finish as the highest goal scorer in history. He's worried about Messi, obviously, because Messi is 2 or 3 years younger than him. So he wants to get as many goals as in the Champions League as he possibly can. So I think that's the only reason why he wants to leave, because he's not going to win the Champions League with Atletico Madrid, with Sporting Lisbon, or with Napoli. So yeah, I just think it's all about getting goals. Let's see what people are saying here. Mickey says, no Sancho either. He fell sick last night. He did, Mickey. Yeah, we mentioned that. Ronaldo to play tomorrow against Vallecano. Absolutely. So we're playing Rayo Vallecano tomorrow in Old Trafford. A couple of people are after asking there. Sean is after asking. So yeah, that's who we're playing tomorrow. Our final pre-season game. Komoro says, Ronaldo can't leave. If he leaves, we will go some unknown team because no one wants him now. Yeah, I agree, absolutely. I think it's getting less and less likely that he does leave. But again, we're just going to have to wait and see, you know. Patrick says Ronaldo will end up having to stay. None of the clubs connected can afford his wages, especially given his age. Absolutely, you know, and that's been the deal with Manchester United for a long time. In relation to us trying to get players off the books. Now, obviously, we're not trying to get Ronaldo off the books. I think we're looking at keeping him. But I think, you know, let's take Aaron Wan-Bissaka, for example. You know, he's on very good money with Manchester United. Is it 150 grand a week? And there has been, obviously, Manchester United have said he's subject to requirements. So, you know, he's not potentially going to, you know, you don't want him next season. And there was connections with him potentially going back to Crystal Palace. But Crystal Palace can only afford to take him on loan. And they can't afford his wages. So that's why they can't afford to buy him, you know. And it all comes back to Manchester United giving silly money over the last 10 years to players that don't really deserve it. So I think that's why we've got stuck with a lot of players. You know, if you look at Sanchez, I think we were still paying Sanchez wages up until last season, which is just crazy. So yeah, hopefully things have changed in that sense. But look, I think Ronaldo's going to stay. I do. I can't see anyone affording him, like you guys are saying. And I think I think he was expecting to have a lot more clubs interested in him, and they just weren't. You know, they just weren't. Why is Sancho not starting? Says Calayan. So he fell sick last night. He has an illness, so he's out with the squad for today. It's not an injury or anything. He just has an illness. Let's see. Patrick, if he gets a loan to Sport, Man United still pays wages. Patrick said that's a fair shout, Mickey, but there will be less win potential. Blah blah blah. He said, yeah, I know. Blah blah blah. Let's see what people are saying here on TikTok. Keep smashing that like button for us, guys. It gets more people into the chat, more people watching. And keep hitting that like button for us as well on YouTube, and share as well if you think any of your friends or anyone would like to join for the match. Do hit the share button too. Let's see what people are saying here. Anything on Anthony, says user 869. So I suppose Anthony, the latest reports we've got on Anthony in relation to a potential transfer is that Ajax want 85 million fucking euro for him. So now look, I don't care how good a player is. A player coming from the Eredivisie for 85 million euro, it's just too much. It's too much, you know. For any Liverpool fans, they'll know. You know, they paid 100 million for a player coming from the Portuguese league. It's too much. I don't care what anyone says. How good a player is, it's too much. But yeah, I think if we could get him for maybe 60 or 70 million, okay. But yeah, look, there hasn't been any updates yet. He does want to leave. He does want to play in the Premier League. And obviously Manchester United want to sign him. So look, I can see it dragging on. Will we get him? I would lean towards getting him than not getting him at this stage. But look, we'll see. It's going to take some time, I do think. Mickey says the deal is down to Anthony at the end of the day now. If he hands in a transfer request, Ajax have to come down on price. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing about it as well, Mickey, is that he actually does have a lot of respect for Ajax, according to reports. He doesn't want to disrespect them, so I don't see him handing in a transfer request. I think he just wants to say to Ajax, look, please grant me this, let me go, and, you know, I want to leave on good terms, you know. So, but again, I mean, look, it's not... Ajax are well within their rights to put in a high price on his head, because, you know, they're a week out from their season starting as well, and, you know, to be losing one of your top players a week before the season starts is not good. So they're well within their rights to say, I'm going to, you know, if you want him, you're going to have to pay big money for him, you know. And again, that comes back to United being slow in the transfer window. Michael says, where in Ireland are you from? I'm a Kilkenny man, Michael. Born and bred, Kilkenny. Let's see. Mickey says Sesko is looking more likely right now. It is, and look, I mean, I think we could get both. To be honest, I really do. I can see Sesko being an easy deal to get done, and I think he'd be a very good signing. I do. Up Galway, Galway. But I think he'd be a good deal to get done, I do, because he's young, he's hungry. I think if we can keep Ronaldo for one more season, it would be great to get that young Sesko in the door and, you know, play under Ronaldo for a year and learn, and, you know. So, look, I think if we could get Sesko and Anthony and De Jong, I would be happy with that as a transfer window. I would. And a lot of people are saying it's not enough. And of course it's not enough. It's not enough to get us back to winning Premier Leagues. But I think it is potentially enough to get us back into the top four. Look, we've said it, you know, once Ten Hag got the job, it's a long-term process. And we're not going to get 10, 11, 12 players in one transfer window. We're just not. So if we could get Anthony, young Sesko and De Jong done before the end of the season, and potentially a right back as well, I think that on top of what we've already signed, I think it would be a very good transfer window. I do, you know. And look, and I listen to a lot of fan channels as well, obviously Mark Goldbridge, and I listen to the Stretford Paddock and the United View and stuff, and a lot of it is, you know, a lot of it can be negative, and it's not enough, and especially the likes of the United Stand. I do love the content of it, and I think, I know, and I do like Mark Goldbridge and all that, but sometimes I kind of have to go through phases of not watching it because it's so negative. Everything is bad news, you know. And regardless of how many players we sign, it's still not a good transfer window. I think if we can get 3 or 4 more players in before the end of the transfer window, I think it'll be a good window. If we don't get any more players in between now and then it's a bad transfer window, absolutely, you know. Mickey says, my issue is getting them to where we're getting the money for another midfield player. We need to offload, but I know we can't do that right now because our target deals need confirmed first, which are all up in the air right now. Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think I'm surprised we haven't got rid of more players by now, especially at the back. We've signed a centre back, we've signed a left back, so why not get rid of a couple of centre backs and a left back? It looks like Alex Telles is going to go maybe before the end of the season, and, you know, obviously there's big connections between Eric Bailly and Roma, and I would presume talks are ongoing there. So look, I think if Phil Jones is still here next season, he's a fraud, because he's been robbing a living for the last 6 years at Manchester United. But yeah, so look, I do think them deals will get done. We're not going to get major money for any of them players, but it will offload some wages off the books then as well that we can reinvest into the squad, Patrick says we need to pay realistic wages. Last 10 years we've thrown money at players to bring them in, like you said, Wan-Bissaka, Sanchez, Di Maria. Yeah, look, I agree, and I think the wage structure has to be set and it has to be abided by. But I will say one thing: if De Jong comes into Manchester United, he will be on 300 grand or more a week. He will be. He will absolutely be on that. So that is not fixing the wage structure by any means, but I think if you're going out and getting a marquee signing like that, it's okay to have one or two players maybe at that level. But again, it's a trickle-down effect. What do players come along and say then? If De Jong comes in and is on 350 grand a week, and Bruno Fernandes turns around and says, well, hold on a minute, I'm only on 200, fucking who else? I don't think really anyone else can go and ask for a pay rise. But yeah, I mean, and look, it's a catch-22 really. You don't want to be overpaying players' wages, but you also want to get quality players into your team. So it's a tough one. Let's see what people are saying here. Teddy is in on TikTok and says, hi, good to see you, Teddy. United Loader is in. Good afternoon, bro. Anyone watching, guys, on TikTok, go over and follow United Loader there as well. He does some great United content. Make sure you give him a follow. Pete is in and says Eriksen is a great signing. I agree with you, Pete. Absolutely. I think he's a very good signing. A lot of opposition fans are saying, getting an old player in. 30 is not old anymore in the modern game. Players are looking after themselves so well. Sports science is so good. All of these kind of things, I think, is, and he's just a quality player. He really is a quality player. And if you look at some of his stats, I think goal involvements per 90 minutes last year, I think it was goal involvements anyway, or goal or chances created. He was third, only behind De Bruyne and Jack Grealish, I think. So, look, the quality is still there with him, absolutely. Can I join your live, says CR7 fan? You can watch along, but what do you mean, as two people going live on the same screen? I don't do that, I'm afraid. Sorry, CR7 fan. You're more than welcome to stay and watch, though. You want a player that doesn't want to play there, says Akildo. I don't agree that he doesn't want to be at Manchester United. And I'll explain that to you now. Obviously, he has come out and stated that he wants to stay at Barcelona. There's 17 reasons why he wants to stay at Barcelona. And each one of them reasons is €1 million. He's owed 17 million euro from Barcelona. Now, if you were owed 17 million for Barcelona, would you be agreeing to a transfer out without getting them wages? Absolutely not, you wouldn't. You would say, and he's very smart to say, no, I want to stay at Barcelona. This is my dream club. I want to stay. The second Barcelona give him that 17 million, the deal is on. The deal is on. I can guarantee you that. So it all comes down to Barcelona and De Jong working out their differences. Manchester United, my analogy a couple of weeks back was, Manchester United would not still be in for De Jong if he didn't want to come. They're not that stupid. If you were in a nightclub and the nightclub was open at 10 at night and it closed at 2 a.m. and you went in and the first girl you seen, you tried, to get her number and she said no, you would not still be trying that girl at 5 to 2 before the nightclub closed. You would move on to someone else, So Manchester United are not stupid. You're not going to hang around if you have no indication that the player doesn't want to sign for you. So, look, I think he does want to sign. I just hope that him and Barcelona can get this head-to-head confrontation done and dusted, because once it's over, United are in, Let's see what other people are saying here. Are you going to stream the United match to CS Mullen? No, I can't stream the United match, guys. So I can't actually stream the game. It's, there'd be copyright infringements and I'd be thrown off of TikTok and YouTube. So it's just a watch along. I'm going to be commenting on the game and watching it here myself. So you're more than welcome to follow along. But yeah, let's do a score prediction. Score prediction. I mean, Atletico Madrid do have a good few of their starting 11 players, as you would say. But the likes of João Felix isn't playing. And I'm going to go 2-0 to Manchester United. I'm going to go 2-0 to Manchester United. Again, look, I don't really know how Atletico Madrid are doing. I haven't really looked up any form and how they've been doing in pre-season or anything like that. So I'm not 100% sure what they're going to do. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Manchester United. I think I've been right. So I got the Liverpool one right, even though I was messing when I said 4-0. So I said 4-0 at the start, and then I was messing, and I said 2-1. But I'm counting that as a win. I said... What did I say against... I think I said 3-0 against... did I say it? No, I think I said 4-0 again against Melbourne, but that was 3-0, wasn't it? I think I've got 2 of them right so far. So we're going 2-0. But let me know in the comments, guys. Give me your score predictions. Let me see in the comments what you think the score is going to be today. Mickey says 3-2 to United. Patrick says 1-1. Tech is in and says, hey bro, how are you? I'm good, man, thanks for joining. The Lost Poet is in, says Fred and Max Sauce, mother of God. I know. Look. Give it time. I think Ericsson is going to be in at some stage. So, let's see. Abanate is in and says, hi my friend, good to see you. Batman is in and says 3-1 Manchester United. Wolf says 2-1 Manchester United. 2-1 Manchester United says Chiapiri, and 3-0 says Jake O'Neill. 2-2 says Keane Hickey. So look, there's not a lot of people saying Atletico Madrid are going to win, so which is good. Absolutely is good. Is it biased? Maybe, but who cares? Mean says 2-1 Manchester United. Michael says 3-1 Manchester United. So look, interesting. So yeah, I mean, look, I'm looking forward to it. Look, I think it's going to be a decent enough game. I hope it is anyway. And I'm looking forward then this evening to sitting down and watching the Community Shield as well. I think we have that at 5 o'clock now. I'm not doing a watch along for it or anything like that, but I am looking forward to sitting down and watching it. Please smash a like on the video as well, guys, if you don't mind. Anyone on TikTok watching, do you know what we're going to aim for today? We're going to aim for 40,000 likes on TikTok. Okay, we hit 30,000 on our last watch along, so I think we're well capable of hitting 30,000. Okay, so keep tapping that screen for me if you can. Helps out the channel a ton. And anybody watching on YouTube as well, I'd really appreciate it if you just take a second, hit that like button for me, and subscribe as well. We broke 1,000 subscribers last night, so I'm delighted over that. It was our aim, and we're aiming for. I'm going to say 5,000 subscribers before Christmas on YouTube. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please hit the bottom right hand corner of the screen. And look, anybody watching on TikTok, if you do want the full experience, we are live on YouTube at the moment. We have our starting lineup on the screen. We have a scoreboard on the screen. We have a ticker tape running at the bottom. So if you do want the full experience, anybody on TikTok, you can head over to the YouTube channel. The link is on my homepage. Go over and watch us over there. And the chat is usually quieter on YouTube as well. So if you do want to comment or your thoughts read out, you're better off going over to YouTube and subscribing. Once you subscribe, you'll be able to leave a comment in the chat and I'll read it out. So let's see what people are saying here. City beating Liverpool 3-0 today, says Mickey. Tech says 5-5 draw today, so that would be an exciting game. Mickey says Klopp isn't confident enough yet. That's why I say 3-0 for he already came out crying about the game. Yeah, he's complaining already. He's complaining already, Klopp is. Prosper Comics says all fans tomorrow must wear masks with Sesko images. We want him in Man United, please, from Nambia. Absolutely. I don't know where we will get masks with Sesko on it in such a short period of time, but I think it would be a great idea. Absolutely. Michael says, did you watch Burnley versus Huddersfield last night? Cullen was amazing. I didn't see it, Michael. I have to say now, I didn't see it, but I might check it out once I'm off this live. Maybe if some of the highlights are up on, I presume they're up on YouTube somewhere, that I could watch them. The Lost Poet says, with that team, I ain't confident, depending how Madrid go about the game. Yeah, well, look, I don't think Madrid have a massively strong team out either. But look, it's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. Lads. Let's see what happens. I'm just looking forward to another game, you know. Liverpool defeating Dirty Oil Club 1-0, says Tech. Livingston leading against Rangers 1-0 as well. Interesting. That's still a friendly though, isn't it? Oh, the championship. Oh no, I think that is the Scottish League is back this week as well. Oh, it is actually. Yeah, Livingston are 1-0 up against Rangers. Interesting. Ryan, thanks for the gift. I appreciate it, man. Let's see who's in. Michael is in, says Sancho out. Yeah, he has an illness. He came down with an illness last night, Michael. He's not injured or anything, so it's not overly concerning. Ten Hag said it in his interview there. I watched it before I came on. Again, Ryan, thanks for the gifts. I appreciate it, man. Trying to distinguish the accent, I'm guessing Limerick. Limerick City! No, I'm not from Limerick. I'm from Kilkenny. Cinema Craze. Kilkenny. We were beaten by Limerick in the All-Ireland final, unfortunately. But, yeah, Kilkenny, man. Born and bred. Livingston were a disgusting price to win. I'd be furious if they hang on and didn't back it, says Michael. Yeah, well, look, what's gone? There's only 26 minutes gone. You know, it's a long hang on for him. Hate the jersey, says Oak Park. Well, fuck off to another channel then, Oak Park. Ryan says, I'm going to Kilkenny on the 15th of August. Good stuff, Ryan. Happy days. Kilkenny is a good spot. If you need any suggestions on where to go, you can DM me. I'll be happy to give you some suggestions on where you should be going. Let's see. Brandon is in and says, what time is the game? So the game is kicking off at 12:45 UK time, Brandon. So just over 15 minutes time. Michael says, 2-0 United win with Martial double. That's what I like to hear. Yeah. Mubala 20 minutes time, says Mickey. Yeah, Mickey's helping out there. Scottish Championship has started. Yeah, and all of the Championship in the UK or in England is starting with League 1 and League 2 as well today. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Michael Lennon says MUTV or Fire Stick. It's I swear it's actually MUTV. I got Sky in. I won't lie. I used to have the Fire Stick, right? But when I started doing the watch-alongs, I was too far behind. I was like 3 minutes behind, and everyone was putting up the scores in the chat before the fucking goals went in. So I had to get Sky. I just had to. So I went out over the summer and I got the Sky package, and I added MUTV on for €2.50 I think for a month, but you can cancel it at any time. So I just put it on for the first month to get the preseason games. So yeah, but I do have Sky. Look. Can you see that? Sky remote. Not lying. Give us the first 11, says Scoopy. Well, Scoopy, I have the first 11 up on our screen on our YouTube channel if you want to go over and check it out. I'll give it to you one more time here. De Gea in goal, Dalot right back with Malacia left back, Lindelof and Maguire starting centre halves. The double duo of McTominay and Fred are starting centre midfield with Bruno just ahead of him in the 8. Or in the 10, sorry. And then we have, either side, we have Elanga on the right, Rashford on the left, and Martial up front. So that's the starting lineup. James said, are you watching the Community Shield today? I'm going to watch it, James, but I'm not going to be doing a watch-along for it. So yeah, this is the only watch. I'm going to be doing the watch-along for the United game tomorrow as well at 4 o'clock. And then we're back, baby. We're back the following weekend for the start of the league. And I got me jersey. And just to prove it to you, a lot of people saying to me, why haven't you got the new jersey yet? Just to prove it. Go on, miss. Move your body there. Oh. There she is, boys. There she is. Ain't that a beautiful thing? Really, ain't it? Beautiful. And it will not touch my hairy nipples until next Sunday. It's going to be fresh going on next Sunday. Oh, it's going to be crisp. We're going to be putting it on morning of the game, buzzing next Sunday for the first game of the season. The new jersey will go on. It'll be clean, it'll be fresh, and we'll be ready to go. So I'm absolutely buzzing for it. Absolutely buzzing for it. You get a name or number on it, Jack, says Mickey. No, I usually don't, Mickey, to be honest with you, because I mean, I could get a name and a number on it and next year they're gone, so I tend not to be honest. I tend not to, just leave it blank. Like this one, I don't have anything on it either, So, but yeah, I mean, there was I couldn't understand how slow it was to get the actual jerseys into the sports shop. So I have a cousin who works in a sports shop here in Kilkenny, and they only got it in, I think, was it last Saturday? They only got it in. So he kept me one, and I went in and got it. But yeah, it was a long time coming in, I have to say. Johan says you're 1 in a million, hero. Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. What's the starting 11? Paddy, okay, so I'm going to say to anyone who's watching, because I'm after naming the starting 11 now about 4 times. If you want to know the starting 11, I've got it up on we're live on YouTube as well. So if you want the full experience, go over to our YouTube channel. We have the starting 11 up on the screen. We have the scoreboard up on the screen. We have the ticker tape running along the end as well. So head over there. You'll be able to see everything there. Whereas TikTok is only that. But on YouTube, we're that big, but turned that way. So, and we have a scoreboard and we have the starting 11 and all that as well. So head over there as well. The link is on my homepage, by the way. If you click on my homepage, go over there. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel then as well, and you can leave a comment in the chat, because and it's generally a lot quieter over there, so you'll get your comments right out. So Prosper says, Sesko will be our future talented striker and compete with Martial if Ronaldo leaves. I wish I could fly from Nambia to England so that we could discuss that. Was with marketing board. Yeah, well, look, I mean, someday you'll get there, Prosper, absolutely. I have a cup season ticket now this year for the Europa League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup. So the three... So myself and a friend have got a ticket each. So we're guaranteed the 3 home games for the Europa League. Now, I'm probably only going to go to 2 of them because he wants to bring his son to one of them, and I'm going to bring my dad to one of them as well, and then myself and himself will go to the 3rd one. So I'm really looking forward to that as well, and we'll we have priority then if we get to the knockout stages, last 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, we'll have tickets to that as well. So we're going to get a lot of content actually from Old Trafford this season. I'm not really 100% sure on what I should do. Obviously, I can't live stream the game while I'm in Old Trafford. It's just not allowed. But we'll be getting plenty of content. I'll maybe do some live videos in relation to build up to the game outside of Old Trafford, and we might do a half-time live, and then maybe a match review after it outside Old Trafford again, and see can we talk to some fans and stuff like that. But if you have any ideas, do let me know. I'd be happy to incorporate it. Mickey says, I got it for a year for going to watch the women's as well. This year they're going to be on MUTV all season apparently. Yeah, absolutely, Mickey. Who is winning between Spurs versus Roma? I haven't a clue. I don't know. Let me see. Friendlies. Where are all the friendlies? Club friendlies. Here we go. Club friendlies. Spurs versus Roma. I can't see it. Someone will tell you in the chat there. Spurs versus Roma. I don't see it. Jeez, there's a lot of friendlies on today. That's the one thing I would say about... Or maybe you can. It's the one thing about... So one thing about live score is that you can't search for a game, which is, anyway, I don't know. Someone can tell you. But yeah, I mean, we're getting close to kickoff here now as well, guys. We're about just under 10 minutes to go before kickoff. So look, I'm looking forward to it now, I have to say. Let's see what people are saying here. Biggie says you're getting a name and number on the back. Yeah, we read that one. I'm gonna get Tune on mine eventually. Did you decide about pre-season Premier League predictions? So I've done if you're following me on TikTok, I've done a Premier League prediction TikTok. But I'm going to do a full live video on it. I'm going to do it Wednesday night. So our transfer talk show on Wednesday, I'm going to do my Premier League predictions on that as well. So keep an eye out for that. I'm working on it at the moment. But I have my predictions pretty much done because I've done a TikTok about it already. So if you want to wait until Wednesday, by all means you can. But if you want to check it out on TikTok, I do have it up over there as well. There is friendly at 11:40 or 11:15. A mix of Spurs game doesn't kick off until 7:15. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Flash score all the way, says Sean. Blackburn Rovers fan here says the Iceman. Well, you're more than welcome, man. Thanks for joining us. Keep smashing that like button for us as well. And we have Minnie in from France. Great to see so many people from all over the world joining us, guys. Keep tapping that screen for me on TikTok. Our goal before the end of this live stream at the end of the game is to hit 40,000 likes. We're at 5,500 now, so we have a bit to go. So if you can, keep tapping that screen for us. Let's try and get to 10,000 maybe before the game kicks off. And anybody that's watching on YouTube as well, please take a second if you haven't already done so and just hit that like button for me. It helps the channel out a ton. And hit subscribe and all that good stuff. Cottle is in. Good to see you, man. Let's see what people are saying here on the TikTok. Chaloa's from Kenya. Good to see you. Where do you live in Kilkenny, says Ryan. I live in Kilkenny City, Ryan, right in the middle, right in the heart. So I do. The Iceman says, cool, man. Enjoy listening to other clubs' fans. Yeah, absolutely. And look, you're more than welcome. How are Blackburn doing in their summer transfer window? I haven't really been seeing much about them. I haven't really had the time to be looking at other teams, to be honest. But it'd be good to see Blackburn back in the Premier League. Absolutely. I think they're a very big club. But yeah. The last post says over 1k subs, smash the likes. Absolutely, guys, I really appreciate it there. I'm going for mass after 15 minutes, says Tech. Well, look, we'll be here, so you're more than welcome to come back and join us. We have Bizzing in from Uganda. Thanks for joining us, you're more than welcome. But yeah, look, I think we're getting ready to go here, guys. We're getting close to kick-off time. I had a couple of glasses of wine last night, so I'm trying to get as much water into me as possible. Let's see. Freemia27 is in from Auckland in New Zealand. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us. What time is it over there? You're on a different side of the world to us. But yeah. What's the temperature in Ireland? The temperature in Ireland at the moment is 18 degrees Celsius. So it's not overly warm. It's a kind of a damp, wet kind of day. Here in India, it's 28 degrees. Wow, 28 degrees. We had 28 degrees 2 weeks ago, but it's very rare for Ireland to get temperatures that high. We have Kenya in the building as well. Ryan says, you know where the River Court Hotel is in Kilkenny? I certainly do. Irish fans are top, says the Iceman. Absolutely appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. We have Nsombuga from Uganda. Good to see you. I hope I pronounced that right, guys. I'm terrible with names, so if I pronounce any names wrong, I do apologise. And we have, let me see, how do I pronounce that? Melizwe from South Africa. I hope I got that right as well. Blue Needle, Ireland, Kildare, Naas. Absolutely. We have Ghana in the building as well. Mubarioxy. You're more than welcome, guys. Give me your score predictions. What do you think? Anyone who hasn't given them to me already, get your score predictions in. But yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, look, we have a few minutes to go before kickoff. Let me see. It looks like. Let me close the door because The dog is only going to get out. You know, this is real world. We're not in the United stand here. This is real world. Now we're getting close. I haven't seen the teams out yet, but yeah. Chaloa says, watching from Nairobi, Kenya. United to win 3-1. 2-1 Atletico Madrid, says Musa Messi. And then Vas says, are you going to win? And it's going to be a hat-trick. Well, I hope we do win. And I hope somebody gets a hat-trick. I think that would be perfect. That would be a good day all round. We have South Africa in the building. Up the pool, says Ron. On the run by. Up the pool. Martial hat-trick, says Gerd. Watching from Somalia. Then we have Weps, Man United 3-1. We have Ghana in the building. And Damien says, I love you. Well, I appreciate it, Damien. Thanks a lot for your kind words. Much love in return. Is Ronaldo playing, says Ray, 44. He's not in the squad. He didn't travel, but he is in the squad for tomorrow's game against Rayo Vallecano. I hope I'm getting that right. So yeah, he hasn't travelled today, but he is in the squad for tomorrow, which is good. But we do have our two newest signings as well. We have Ericsson and Malacia, and they're not starting, but they're on the bench. So we're hoping that we can get some. Hopefully they can get some game time. I'm gonna get my earphones. Did I charge these? I fucking didn't. Bollocks. No, I didn't charge them. Fuck it. Oh, the left one is charged. So I can hook my Bluetooth up to the TV. So I'll get the actual commentary without it interrupting you guys. So that's the plan. I just want to plug my phone. Sorry, I'm all over the shop here. I'm like a fucking scribble. Now, there we go. Is that better? There we go. Now, let me hook up I'm going to get these earphones hooked up to the TV so I can keep a listen on the commentary. Lovely. There we go. Bit of atmosphere. So yeah, showing the starting 11 here, guys. De Gea in the goal. Dalot right back. Malacia left back. Lindelof, Maguire, McTominay, Fred, Fernandes. Then Rashford, Martial and Elanga on the right. On the bench, Martinez, Ericsson, Telles, Palestri, Van de Beek, Garner and Laird and Heaton. So look, I'm buzzing. I really am. Looking forward to this now. Smash the like button as well, guys, if you haven't already done so. We're trying to hit 40,000 likes on TikTok. So if anybody hasn't done so, just tap that screen for us. It's free to do. And yeah, we're trying to hit 40,000 likes. Grows the channel for us. Helps us out a ton. And anyone who's watching on YouTube, if you haven't already done so, I'd really appreciate it if you just take a second, hit that like button. Helps out the channel a ton. And yeah, and hit subscribe as well. Where do you get your haircuts? Looking fresh. I get them off a local barber. They're called Rude Boys in Kilkenny. So I'm actually due one, to be honest with you. I usually have it a bit shorter than this, but yeah, I'm due one. I'm going for dinner tomorrow night, so I might get one tomorrow maybe before we go out. Be fresh to death. Up Mayo. Go on, Mayo. What channel is the game on, says Torsney. So it's on MUTV, but I do think I heard some of the commentators saying that the Manchester United app, you can download it and watch it for free on that maybe. No, I'm not 100% sure on that one. Yeah, so it's on both, I think. So yeah, we're just about to kick off, guys. I think we might be Obviously, I find with MUTV now, even though I have a subscription to it, it seems to be a minute or so behind normal, because I'm after getting obviously an update that off of live score on my phone that the game has started. So it's usually about a minute or so behind. But anyone that's watching on TikTok, guys, if you want the full experience, go over to our YouTube channel. We're live there as well. We've got the scoreboard, and we've got the starting the lineup and the ticker tape and all running across there as well. So the link is on my homepage. Head over to the YouTube channel if you want to get over there and watch. You get the full experience over there. But yeah, we're off. So we are. And charged the right one last pod. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what people are saying. 2-2 for me, says Minx. Michael says, shaky start from De Gea. The more I see that Man United jersey, the more I like it, I have to say. Look at De Gea here now. Here's what you're saying, Michael. Ball at his feet. Well, I don't... Look, that was Maguire. I mean, De Gea gave him the ball. Atletico are pressing high, in fairness, but I wouldn't say there was anything wrong with what De Gea done there. It was just Maguire having a bit of a bad first touch. Yeah, it does seem like Atletico are putting a high press on, in fairness, but I mean, United are happy to play the ball out from the back here, and you know, now, I mean, De Gea is going long there straight away again with it, but I mean, Ten Hag won't be happy with that. He really won't. Like, he wants to keep possession. I mean, there was two passes from De Gea out to Fred. Fred gave it back to De Gea, and then De Gea went long when he actually had two options on left and right. Now, that's why I think, and I've said it a few times in some of the lives, that I think this is why De Gea is probably not going to be the long-term choice goalkeeper in the next 3 or 4 years under Ten Hag, because he just doesn't seem too comfortable. Malacia does well there to get the ball out. I mean, Atletico are pressing very high, and a lovely ball from Bruno onto Rashford. Rashford gets to the end line, stands up one-on-one, gets into the box with a strike. Oh, and a good save by the goalkeeper. So, good counter-attack there by Manchester United, and that's what we see. You know, a good bit of positivity, and we've seen it throughout pre-season that when there is a high press against us, we have kept a lot of composure, and we've been very, very quick on the counter-attack, which I think is good. Rashford does a couple of very lovely step-overs and opens up a bit of space for him. In fairness to the goalkeeper, he does get down quite well at his near post. But good start from Manchester United, you'd have to say. But yeah, keep smashing that like button for us, guys. We're trying to get to 40,000 likes on TikTok before the end of the game. So if you can just tap that screen for us, I'd really appreciate it. And on YouTube as well, I appreciate it also. Keep getting your comments in as well, guys. Let me know any thoughts or anything you have on YouTube or on TikTok. We'll get a bit of a chat going. Jock is in. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. Morning. It's afternoon, you lazy git. Get up out of that bed. Manchester United have had the majority of possession so far here, but Atletico have been pinning us back in. Dalot does well there. Oh, Martial is in. He's in one-on-one. Great pace. Oh, and he just gets underneath the ball. Did it bobble up on him? Oh, that was lightning pace. He's looking for a corner. That was absolutely lightning pace by Martial. He just absolutely burns both defenders. Yeah, he does it take a bobble? He just goes... No, he just gets under the ball too much, hits it over the bar. Should really be 1-0. He's saying it's a push just as he hits the ball. But good chance there by Manchester United. But that was a very good break by Martial. His pace was blistering, you'd have to say. Goalkeeper's not even kicking out the ball. Centre-back is coming back to do the kickouts. But United are doing well here now, in fairness. They're looking to keep possession, and they are keeping possession quite well, even when Atletico, high intensity press on them. King Fade shared my video, shared the live. I appreciate all of the shares and likes, guys. Nice Manny accent. Don't know what that means. Hello, Mamadou. Good to see you guys. Great to see so many people in. We're after hitting 10,000 likes already on TikTok, so we're a quarter of the way there. We're going for 40,000 likes, guys. I really appreciate it. Helps the channel out a ton. Keep tapping that screen for me. Jairash says, hey, what about CR7? So Cristiano Ronaldo didn't travel for this game, but he is in the squad for tomorrow's game. So he announced it himself in response to a Instagram post yesterday. Manchester United are doing well now. I have to say it's been good. I have to say I'm loving the intensity of them in pre-season training. I have to say it's they're looking to pass, they're looking to move the ball quick, they're closing down well when they lose the ball, and they're not rushing. You know, obviously I know they're not rushing. They're an English team, but they're not rushing in terms of trying to force a ball, but they are moving it quite well and quite quickly. Lovely little 1-2 there by Fred and Bruno, and United win a corner out of it. So the link-up play has been very good. Are you live on YouTube, says Krabby? I am. Link is on my homepage, Krabby. Head over there, United Community Channel. Anyone else who wants to get the full experience, guys, head over to the YouTube channel. We're live with the scoreboard, and the starting lineup is on our screen, and the ticker tape and all that as well. So head over there and you'll get your comments read out a lot easier. Corner now comes in. Maguire at the back post with a header and wins the second corner out of it. I love CR7, says King Fade. And is he still in our club? He is. He's certainly still there. What position do you think Man United will finish? Well, to be honest, that all depends on what recruitments we get in before the end of the season, or before the end of the transfer window. I think if we have this squad, I think we'll struggle to get into top four. But I think if we sign... Let me just see this corner. Malacia now with a lovely corner in. And a header from Lindelof, and it's just wide. So yeah, if we can get in De Jong, Antony and Seshko, for example, I think we could easily get top four. But I think if we don't get any more signings in between now and the end of the transfer window, I think top four will get a lot more difficult. I really do. Lost Poet says this high line he's implementing is class. It fucking is class. It's great to see. But whatever about the high line, you can implement a high line, but if there's no intensity, it looks shite, you know. And that's what I'm loving. The high line is working because there's high intensity, and it seems to be what Ten Hag is demanding from the players. And yeah, I'm loving it. I really am. I'm so looking forward to seeing how we actually get on in a league game, in a real competitive game. You know, like, I would love nothing more now than to go out next Sunday and smash Brighton 4-0, you know, because of this intensity. Oh, lovely ball from Malacia to Martial. Oh, what a touch. Oh, this touch was just a bit heavy. Gets around the defender beautifully, but it was just a bit heavy. And Atletico cleared their lines. But Manchester United, again, are first to the ball and keep possession with Maguire at the back, which is great to see. Lovely ball by Malacia through the channel to a lovely run by Martial, and he was stretching for it, but his first touch got it around the defender beautifully, but it was just a bit heavy, and the second Atletico defender on the cover nicked it away from him. Who you got in the Charity Shield? I can't look past Man City. I really can't. I don't know. I don't think Klopp is taking it too seriously. He's talking a lot of Ned at the moment and giving out already and bitching and moaning. So I can't see it. And I think he can see it as well, that, you know, maybe Man City are going to have too much for them. But again, look, they're going to be treating this as a pre-season game. Oh, referee! That was a scandalous challenge on Lindelof. So Lindelof goes up for a header and he just barges into him, gets underneath him, and that's very dangerous. So it is. Very, very dangerous. I'm surprised he didn't get a yellow card there. But here's the replay of Martial's chance, and it really was a lovely ball by Malacia and a great touch. But again, you have to give it to the Atletico fullback. He was covering in around quite well. Arsenal 3 up in 14 minutes, says Minx. Typical United fan, says Robbie Power. Explain, Robbie. What? Supporting my club or wanting them to win? Explain. Come on, we're all waiting. Don't be a keyboard warrior now. Let's hear what you have to say. Klopp moaning, they all do, pal. Well, look, there's nothing. I'm not saying anything, about Klopp moaning. He is moaning. For a Liverpool fan not to say he's moaning is Liverpool. You're deluded. Alex Ferguson moaned for 26 years, but it was all to try and get the best for his club and his team. So, I don't think I'm being deluded in any way, because Ferguson was the biggest culprit for it down through the years. So, yeah. What about Greenwood? Nothing on Greenwood, to be honest. Manu Hoyri, says Jefferson. What about Ronaldo? Says Ronaldo GOAT. Yeah, he's in the squad for tomorrow, so it looks like we'll see him play tomorrow. We have two players down here. Was there a clash of heads? Was there? Looks like maybe a bit of a clash of heads, a bit of a sandwich there. So we have two players down, one from United and one from Atletico. Let's hope both of them are okay. Fucking bit of a shadow there at my right arm. That's annoying the fuck out of me. Let me see, can I fix it? Maybe that's a bit better. Bit better. Let's see. Mickey says Greenwood is a sub for the Euro final tomorrow. This Greenwood only irrelevant right now. Arsenal are 4-0 up, says Robbie. Who gives a fuck? Let's see what people are saying here. How are you, George from Uganda? Good to see you, George. Thanks for joining us. It means CR7 is still in our club, says Jarish. Yeah, it does. He's still there. Absolutely. He's still there. Will he be there at the end of the transfer window? We have to wait and see. It's a flip of a coin, really, at this stage. But I remain very calm about the whole Ronaldo situation. And anyone who's been watching my content will know. Ref, that's a free. I mean, he's not playing the ball there. He's playing the man. So in relation to the Ronaldo saga, I'm quite calm about it. Like, he's okay, he wants to leave. If he leaves, I'm not going to be overly upset. But if he stays, he stays and we get goals. So, look, he's only going to be there for one more season anyway. So, look, if he goes, he goes, Mickey says, I just wish the media would give over about him and wait for his agent to announce any news on it. Well, look, that's the media for you, Mickey. And they're Ronaldo is front and back page headlines all the time. So it's not going to stop regardless. We just have to get used to it. We really do. And I'm liking this, intensity by United. They're after sticking a couple of good heavy challenges in on Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are renowned for, being physical. And we've seen them against Man City in the Champions League last year. They're a dirty shower of cunts, really, So I'm delighted United are not sitting back and they're Malacia and Fred are both after sticking one in there. And obviously Atletico are after getting the free. But it's good to see that this United team are not looking to be pushed around either, Bernard says, how are you? This is Bernard from Uganda. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. Darius says, I think he'll go on loan to Sporting. Well, if he goes on loan, I would be completely against that, because it just means United are going to be paying his wages without having him. Free for Atletico now. Oh, comes to him and he skies it over the bar. I think that's the worst case scenario for Manchester United, for Ronaldo to go on loan. Because it means we would be losing him, but we would also be paying his wages. Because if he goes to Sporting Lisbon, and they're not going to be able to afford 500 grand a week. So we're going to be paying the majority of the fucking wages without having him at our team. James says top 4 predictions. Right, okay, so top 4 predictions. Man City and Liverpool 1 and 2, okay? I'm going to go... See, it's hard. It's hard to give predictions before the end of the transfer window. If we're going on current squads, if we're going on current squads, I'm going Man City, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea. That's my top 4 on current squads. If United can get De Jong, Anthony, and Sesko in, I'm going to go Man City, Liverpool, Spurs, United. I think United could pip Chelsea to top 4. That's what I would think. Let me know your years though, guys. Throw it into the comments there. Anyone on YouTube or on TikTok, let me know your top 4 predictions. Give me top 6 predictions actually, and let me know what you think. Dara says, I think Arsenal will make top 4. Well, I put it in my predictions. I have 2 prediction videos on TikTok, and I have Arsenal finishing in 6th. I'm just not convinced by them. I don't know why. Now, it could be completely wrong. I'm not convinced by their manager, and I'm not convinced by the signings they made. Like, Guardiola played without a number 9 last year and won the league. He was looking for a number 9 because he wanted to buy Harry Kane. And when they didn't get Harry Kane, he played without a number 9 for the majority of the season rather than playing Jesus up front. I'm not convinced by him. Here's Martial. Oh, lovely strike, and it's blocked and win a corner. United are looking sharp up front. But yeah, I'm not convinced by Arsenal. I'm not convinced by their manager. I think he's an Aldi version of Pep Guardiola. And I think the signings that they've made are 2 Man City rejects. Now I think Zinchenko is a decent player, but he's not gonna light any fires for Arsenal. And I think Jesus is just like I said, Pep played without a number 9 last season rather than playing him. So what does that tell you about him? United here now, corner is cleared, but Malacia gets the ball again here. Ball is pinballing around the edge of the box, but now Atletico are looking to break here. But United are doing well to close down high and try and stop the counter attack, which is quite good, and they do well. So let's see what people are saying here with predictions. Has the match started yet to CS Mullen? Yeah, we're just about 17 minutes gone. It's good to see Martial back, says Dara. People's Doctor says Chelsea to win the league. Fucking Chelsea are not going to win the league. Will you stop? Will you? Chelsea, Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Wolves, Man United. Here, you go away, will you? You stood up too fast and you got lightheaded there. Here's Rashford. Gets the ball back to Martial. Inside Atletico Madrid's box. Comes back to Malacia, who's supporting the play. Fernandes tries to squeeze one through to Martial. But United are doing well to keep possession here. Oh, there's a lovely ball to Rashford on the end line. But Atletico look like they're going to clear their lines here. And it's a free out. Let's see. Defence is solid. Says Atletico defence is solid, says Charlie. Yeah, it's looking solid enough. Martial looks sharp in pre-season, says Rob. Absolutely. Do you think Man United will buy any other players? I do think we will, Ethan. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, watching from Kenya, says Jarish. Good to see you. If Chelsea win the league, Spurs will win a trophy. If Chelsea win the league, Spurs will win a trophy. I don't know. I can't see the connection there. Let's see. Mickey says City, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea, and then United and Arsenal. That's top 6. Though not decided yet if Arsenal will even get that top 6 spot. Snoopy says Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, United and Spurs. Liverpool, City, Arsenal finishing 3rd, Chelsea, United and Spurs. Wow. Spurs in 6th. I think they're going to do a lot better than that. But anyway, look, that's what opinions are all about. Vincent is in and says, hi, good to see you, Vincent. Sorry to ask, missing this game. Score, please. It's 0-0 at the moment, Vincent. Just about 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes gone, sorry. Still 0-0, yeah. Mickey is updating you there as well. Let's see what people here are saying. Can't see Shaw getting back in, says James. Well, it's good to have that. It's good to have that competition there, and young Malacia looks hungry, so he does. Man United will never win the league, says. None of us said we were going to win the league. So I don't know where you're getting that from. Truth or dare, says Hazan. Right, off you go then. Hope Liverpool, but Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal, Man United. Death says Liverpool to win, Arsenal to come second ahead of Man City. You're away with the fairies, so you are. Spurs, United, Chelsea. Good afternoon, Adjo. How are you doing? I'm good. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Kazman says Leeds fan married to United fan. Wow, that's a confrontation there. Some crack here. Are we going to finish top four? Look, it's going to be difficult with the current squad we have, Kaz. I think if we can get maybe minimum 3 more signings in the door, I think we could make a decent attempt at it. But I do think we need to get more signings in the door. Keep smashing that like button for us, guys, if you can. I really appreciate it. Let's try and get to 20,000 likes before. And Kazman, I appreciate the gifts on TikTok there. Thanks a lot. We're trying to get to 20,000 likes before half time and 40,000 before the end of the live. So keep tapping that screen for us. And anyone on YouTube as well, if you haven't already done so, please hit that like button for me. Helps the channel out an awful lot. And subscribe as well. We're going to be doing the watch-alongs all season. So, What's the score, says George? So still 0-0. Hello from Offaly, Kazman. Good to see you, man. You're more than welcome. Thanks for joining us. Guys, like I said as well, anyone who's watching on TikTok, if you do want to go over and get the full experience, we're live on YouTube. We have the starting 11 on the screen. We have the scoreboard there as well. The ticker tape running across the bottom. So yeah, if you want the full experience, head over to the YouTube channel. Link is on my homepage, so you can click on the top left here and get the full experience on YouTube. Let's see. Beck says we need a world-class striker. Well, we need a striker. We have a world-class striker that doesn't want to stay with us. But this young Sesko, I think, has the potential to be a world-class striker, absolutely. And I think we'll be getting him at the right age. Now, let's see what people are saying on TikTok here. Let's see. Mickey says, with the border games this season as well as World Cup, to have Shaw and Masia compete will benefit us absolutely. Mickey says, ask that Leeds fan if he's safe. Blinking. Alright, get you now. So Mickey says, ask that Leeds fan if he's safe. Blink twice if he's been held hostage. Good stuff. Good bit of banter. Man United winner. So Vincent says he's a United fan and his son is a City fan. Kick him out, Vincent. Kick him out of the house. Don't ever let him come back in. Don't feed him any more food until he's back or until he's a United fan. Good stuff. Vincent says sounds better on TikTok. Okay, look, if there's any issues with the sound on YouTube, guys, let me know. I'm not 100% sure, but keep me updated on anything like that. Snoopy says some banter in your house, Mickey. Absolutely, he's only 4. Hopefully he will grow out of it. His uncle is a Liverpool fan. Your son is a Liverpool fan. I remember you telling me that before, Mickey. Tough going. I had no choice when I was growing up. My dad was a United fan, and I had a United jersey on me at 4 months old. So, and I have my daughter the same. My daughter is a year old now, and when the season started last year, I think she was only 6 weeks old, and I had a United jersey on her. 2 of us with our United jerseys on for the start of the season last year. So I'm after getting her the new United jersey again. And I'm going to get another picture of her, of the 2 of us in it this season. So we'll make it a yearly thing. But yeah, I mean, Atletico are starting to grow into this game a bit. Let's see. Snoopy says, every person in my house is United except one bro who's Leeds. Leeds! Jesus! I mean, that's such a big contrast to have a Leeds fan in the middle of a lot of United fans. It's mad. Corner now to Atletico Madrid. Good corner in, but a grey header clear by Martial. And United, bobble around the edge of the box. That could be a penalty. The referee doesn't give it, but it looks like a good challenge. But United didn't clear their lines awfully well there, but they eventually do get possession of the ball. And now we're still on the edge of our box, but Bruno Fernandes trying. I mean, that's what Bruno Fernandes needs to get out of his game in a fucking nutshell. And that's the one thing I don't like about him. So he gets the ball on the edge of our own box, out towards the sideline. Rather than clearing these lines, he tries to do a Cruyff turn, and the defender or the Atletico player nips it away from him, and then he throws in a stupid challenge and gives it free away on the edge of the box. And that's the kind of side of Bruno Fernandes' game that he needs to get rid of. Stop trying to overcomplicate the game and simplify it down. So free here to Atletico in a very good position. Ball comes in. McTominay does well with a grey header clear, and United clear their lines. Kazman says, even my granny is Man United, my neighbour is West Ham, uncle is Poole, brother is Arsenal. Jesus, that's I should have a few bob on it there. But yeah, it's crazy. Like my dad was Man United, my grandfather was Man United, my uncles are Man United, my cousins are Man United. We're all Man United. I don't think I have. Oh, sorry, I do have cousins on the other side who are Liverpool fans. Okay, all right. But other than that, on say my mum's side, all of her brothers and sisters, and so my cousins on that side of the family as well are all Manchester United. But yeah. But yeah, 0-0 here, guys. It's been a good first half, in fairness, so far. I have to say, Manchester United started out very strong and very good. And Atletico have grown into the game a little bit in the last maybe 10 minutes or so. But United are doing well to keep possession. And just as I say that, Malacia gives it away. But United, Dalot does really well there now and closes the ball up high. Comes to McTominay on the edge of the box. Cross to Bruno Fernandes, who tries to get it back. But Atletico are well positioned and get the ball clear. But United, and there's Fred now, and Fred is hunting down. That's not a fucking yellow card, ref. Of all the challenges that have gone in, that's fucking very harsh. That's very harsh now. But that's the kind of play that I think. That's the kind of play why I think Fred is going to be in Erik ten Hag's team an awful lot this season, is how he breaks down the play and stops counter-attacks. Fred is not going to be in the team for his creativity, going forward or anything like that. But I do think he is quite effective when he's like that. He's breaking down opposition's play. He's looking to stop their counter-attacks. So yeah, look, I would rather have and some I read it online, or I seen it on a TikTok or something that and I'm going to put it out to you here. What would you rather have in your team? Would you rather have 11 Freds on the field, or would you rather have 11 Pogbas on the field? Let me know what you think, and I'll give you my answer then. So, Fred or Pogba? Would you rather 11 Pogbas on the field, or would you rather 11 Freds on the field? Let me know. Write your answers in the comments. Fred all day. Fred, Pogba. Fred. You know what I mean? I mean, of all of the shit that Fred has got, right, down through the years, and this is why I would have him in my team, because now Manchester United are breaking up along the right hand side. That's surely a free ref. This referee is having a fucking laugh now. You're starting to piss me off, by. That's bollocks acting now. You give fucking Fred a yellow card for a nothing challenge, and Elanga makes a run down and is barged over by an Atletico Madrid player, and there's not even a fucking free right in front of the linesman. This is a lot of bollocks acting now. This is. So United win the ball back. Elanga gets ahead. There's a shoulder. He gets ahead of him, and the Atletico Madrid forward is going in for a shoulder, but Elanga gets ahead of him and he shoulders him in the back. You know. Anyway, 0-0 is the score, guys. So let's get back to this Fred debate, okay? So, would you rather have 11 Freds or 11 Pogbas? And I'll tell you why I would have Fred in my team over Pogba or over a lot of other players any day of the week is because, one, he is always happy to play and he will always do what you ask him to do to the best of his ability. His work rate is always 100%. Even when he's being criticised, he still goes out and gives everything, you know, even when he's having bad games, okay? Whereas you have someone like Pogba in your team, you know, it's all about them and they do what they want and, you know, they don't implement, you know, the team tactics, you know, it's all about them and stuff like that. So I would have Fred in my team any day of the week over a lot of players like that. Now, you know, let's not get fucking carried away here. Is Fred going to get us back to winning league titles? I don't think so. I still think we need to improve in that area of the field. But if you gave me a midfield of Fred, De Jong and Eriksen or Bruno Fernandes this season, I would take that. Absolutely, I would take that. You know, oh, De Gea gets stranded, does he? No, he doesn't. He clears his lines. So, you know, I'm not totally against Fred being in this midfield at all. I think if we can get good players in around him, absolutely. I don't think McTominay is good enough. So that's a story for another day. I think he moves like a tractor in relation to him turning, and I think he hides on the pitch when we're in possession. He doesn't get into space well. There's Fred again. What a great challenge in the box there to stop Atletico getting a cross in. And yeah, I don't think McTominay is good enough. But look, again, that's just my own opinion. Heard United interested in scouts having a look. Let's see, Javario Del Rusin. I didn't hear anything about that, Vincent. No, I didn't know. Delby says, I'd have Scott over Fred, lad, any day of the week. Well, I would. Again, look, everyone is entitled to their opinion, and I respect everyone's opinion. But Delby, I wouldn't put him in the fucking pub team that I have here, McTominay. You know, he's going around the fucking collar up now as well. Oh, mother of Jesus. He looks like a fucking Egypt with that collar up. You know, I mean, Cantona wore his collar up. Dwight York wore his collar up. And now McTominay is wearing his collar up. You're a fucking numpty, lad. So, yeah. I just don't think he's good enough. I really don't. I just don't think he's good enough. I love his heart and his desire and his spirit and all that. And that's all commendable, you know, and it really is. And I love all of that about him. He's not fucking good enough. He's just not good enough. His pass percentage rate is atrocious. He never passes the ball forward. He never gets in space looking for ball when we're on it. He's not very good at defending. He's not very good at reading the game. I just don't think he's good enough. Rate United's window so far, says Joe. I would give it a 6 out of 10 so far, Joe. If we can get the likes of Sesko, Anthony and De Jong in, I would push that up to an 8. Maybe an 8, a 9 out of 10. We're never going to get 11, 12 players signed in one transfer window. So if we can get 6 or 7 players in, and good players, which they all are, I think I would give it an 8, 8.5 maybe out of 10, absolutely. So yeah, we have just over 10 minutes to go, guys. Still 0-0. It's been a good first half, I have to say. Snoopy says, I love Scott, and I just think he needs to up his game a bit. He was brilliant when he first came into the into the team. I just don't see it, guys. I just don't see it with him. I'd love to see him up his game and improve and all that, absolutely, because at the end of the day, I want every Manchester United player to play well and, Langa steals the ball away, lovely. Now, ref, where's your fucking yellow card there now? Another cynical challenge. I mean, this is a lot of bollocks, and this is typical Atletico Madrid. Fuck me, I hate Atletico Madrid. Anyway, there's the first rant of the season done. In fairness, forget I've signed 12. We all know what happened to QPR. But yeah, again, sometimes getting too many players in the one transfer window can be a good thing because they don't gel. So sometimes it's good to get, 5 or 6 in. Great free kick in. Oh, it comes in. Oh, and who was it? Oh, it was offside anyway. I think it was McTominay missed the header completely. I mean, McTominay, lads. McTominay wearing that collar up. Oh, for fuck's sake. He looks like a fucking idiot. And I said it before we started pre-season. Someone put the collar up, and you'll be looking like you'll be if you play well, you'll be put in the category of Cantona and Dwight York and players like that. But fucking McTominay putting the collar up. Come on, lad. I was talking about Ronaldo or Sancho or Rashford or Bruno Fernandes to throw the collar up. Not fucking Scott McTominay. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, smash a like on the video, will you? Hit that like button if you haven't already done so, guys. It helps out the channel a ton. Rashford gets to the end line here. He's linking up well with Martial, I have to say. Jojo says, championship level at best. I don't know who we're talking about there. Scott McTominay, potentially. Keane says, very harsh to that now, to be fair. He's Palace level. He's not Manchester United level anyway, I don't think, guys. But look, I would love to be proved wrong. I really would. Opinions on the new jersey, says Delby. I mean that new jersey. There's the tag. Just to prove it's real. There's the tag. I love it. When it first came out, and by the way, you're asking me why am I not wearing it? I'm waiting for the first game of the season next week to put it on. I'll be strutting around the house for it in the morning, waiting for the United game, be buzzing. So I'm going to wait until next week. But thoughts on the jersey, when I first saw it, I thought it was fucking horrible. And then I seen, obviously, the photo shoot of the players in it, and I was, the badge in that kind of cresty area just started to grow on me, and then the collar, and I love it now. I fucking love it. I think it's a beautiful jersey. I really do. So yeah, I'm all for it. It kind of reminds me of the 99 team. Well, it's the last time we had that kind of crest on the badge, or the badge on the crests, either or. So yeah, it kind of has throwbacks to 99. And now look, I don't think we're going to have a season like 99. Don't be getting me wrong there, Ranton. But yeah, I do. I really like it. I think the white kit is absolutely beautiful as well. I might get that in a few weeks' time as well. €90 is a lot to be spending on a jersey, so I might get the away kit in a few weeks maybe. Go man, McTominay, go in and give it to him. Now, get in and fucking help him now. Get in and help him. There's too many fucking lads pushing him around. That's the shot now. No fuck acting around there now. Get in and give him a dig out. Fucking shower of spastics, them Atletico Madrid players. Well, that's what I like to see now. Fucking players in there straight away, backing up their teammate. Regardless of, he was in the wrong. He did go in and give fucking the goalkeeper a good hard challenge. But Atletico Madrid players were on top of McTominay straight away. So it was good to see United players getting in and giving him a dig out. Look, I mean, the keeper's a bit of a pussy there, in fairness. He didn't go in and give him anything really hard, you know. But, yeah, United players were in there straight away. Rashford was in, Fernandes was in, Dalot was in, giving a dig out. And that's what you want to see. I mean, and that kind of fight is what you want in a team, you know. And it's been missed for the last God knows how long with Manchester United over the last few years. That bit of hunger and fight. Sorry, I'm just taking down the time in that because I'm going to make a TikTok out of the clip. But yeah, go on, Scott. And that's what I like about Scott McTominay. We've had a good conversation about McTominay there, and that's what I like about McTominay. There's no messing around with him. And he does put himself about, and you want to see that, but he just can't back it up with being a good player. That's what annoys me. Graham is in. Good to see you, man. Ref made the right decision, booked them both. Yeah. The ref has been a bit trigger happy with this yellow card. It's a fucking preseason game, but going into this game that these bastards Atletico Madrid are going to be like this. They're a dirty shower of you know what. So I'm happy to see United are fucking standing up for themselves, and giving it back to them. But Atletico Madrid, we've seen it with Atletico Madrid. They're the biggest shower of plumbosers and fakers, and they're a dirty shower of fuckers. But then when they get the slightest of knocks, they're fucking down on the floor and rolling around the place and running down the clock. It's just a horrible way to play the game, and Diego Simeone is renowned for it. The shit that went on in that game against Man City last year just went down and just proved, the lack of class that they have, really. You know what I mean? So yeah, we have a couple of players warming up on the sideline here now. So it looks like Christian Eriksen is going to come on at half time, maybe, and things like that. Face the camera to the television. I can't. If I do that, I'll be thrown off of everything. So apologies. I'm watching it on MUTV, but by all accounts, you can download the Manchester United app and watch it on that as well. I think for free. But yeah. Keep smashing that like button for us, guys. We're closing in on 20,000 likes there before half time, so keep tapping on that screen for me. We're about 2,500 likes away to get the 20,000 we were looking for before half time. So I really appreciate it. And anyone that's watching on YouTube as well, do hit that like button for me as well if you haven't already done so. It helps the channel out an awful lot. And subscribe as well for more watch-alongs and the like. We're obviously going to be doing all of the United games throughout the season. So yeah, but look, it's been a good first half. It's been enjoyable, I have to say. There's been a good bit of what a first touch out of Rashford. It's been a feisty one for a preseason game, which is great to see. Rashford with a shot just down the throat of All Black there, and he comfortable enough with it. But it's been a good first half. I've enjoyed it. High intensity, like we said, before the game. The result is not overly important. Obviously, we do want to win. Of course, we do. But yeah, it's been a fiery first half. United have done well, in fairness. They've kept the ball quite well, and they've got stuck in, and they've looked out for one another, and they've kept their shape quite well as well, which is interesting. And it's good to see. Couple of Liverpool fans in there. Liverpool, you never walk alone. You up out of that. Paul says, is United playing tomorrow at Old Trafford? They are, Paul. They're playing at 4 o'clock UK time. We'll be doing a watch along for it as well. Again, like I mentioned, guys, anyone that's watching on TikTok, if you want the full experience, we're also live on YouTube at the moment. We have the scoreboard, we have the starting 11, the ticker tape running across the bottom. You can find the link on my homepage, click on the top left here, and go over there and subscribe. And yeah, we broke 1,000 subscribers last night doing our transfer talk show, which was great to see. So delighted with that. So yeah, make sure you go over and subscribe, guys. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel a ton. What do you think of the season, and where are we going to end up? Says AJ. I'll tell you now in one sec. Here's Rashford. Oh, lovely ball into Elanga. Oh, and he just hits it down the throat of the goalkeeper. And a good save, but a lovely build-up play there by Manchester United. And Rashford kind of squares up for a shot like the last few seasons. You'd be saying, don't fucking hit it. But he didn't. He played a lovely ball into Elanga, who took a good first touch. but his shot was just too close to the goalkeeper and saves it pretty easily. But yeah, I think if we finish, if we don't get any more players in the transfer window, I think we'll struggle to get top 4. But if we can get 3 or 4 more players in, I think we'll make a good go at getting into the top 4. Alanga's getting a right fucking kick over there on that right hand side, and the referee want to get that lad under control. United take a quick free, and it gets to Martial up front, who plays a lovely little 1-2 with Bruno. I just stumbled a little bit and lost possession, but United win the ball back quite quickly. But no, Atletico come clear with it in the end. Great football there, says James. Are you live tomorrow, says Delby? I am. We're going to go live around 3 o'clock maybe, so keep an eye out. What you do, Delby, is if you're following me on TikTok, just hit the bell notification at the top of my homepage, and you'll get notified then every time I go live. And as well, anyone watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the bell notification as well. The Duck King says they want $7.99 to watch on the app. Alright, well then that's not fucking free. Transfer window so far is 5 out of 10, says Duck. Max, including getting Eric Ten Hag, need 2-3 more players. I agree. I gave it about a 6 in relation to the transfer window, but I certainly do think if we can get 3 or 4 more players in, the likes of Anthony, De Jong, this young Seshko, I think I would give it an 8, nearly a 9, absolutely. Fred, 10 out of 10 first half, says James. Absolutely, he's been very good first half, I have to say. Very unlucky to get that yellow card as well. Tomo says, I'm Liverpool, me bro, Man U. Well, you're more than welcome. United till I die, says 2 players more at least needed before season starts. Absolutely. I don't think we're going to get 2 more players in before the start of the season. I've pushed my expectation of getting players in to maybe getting them in now before the Liverpool game, which is the 3rd game of the season. Because look, I mean, can we get 2 players in over the line before the end of the transfer window? I certainly think we could get that young Seshko in before next week, but De Jong is not going to be done before next Sunday, and Anthony is not going to be done before next Sunday. So I think the Liverpool game, the 3rd game of the season is a realistic goal, Cottle says, decent first half, we should be winning. We should be winning. We've had a few chances, but look, I think the fact that we're creating them is positive, Carl says, this season is going to be lit, can't wait. Every team seems to be making decent signings. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a very, very competitive season, especially with the likes of, obviously United have improved, and you wouldn't expect them to have as poor a season as they did last year. Like, this is what I think is funny, okay? United had the worst season in living memory, and we finished 6th. Arsenal had the best season since Wenger left, and they only barely bet us to 5th. So United are after improving, Arsenal are after improving, Spurs are drastically after improving, and obviously I don't think Liverpool have improved. I really don't. I think it's selling Mane and getting in half time, guys, 0-0. I think Liverpool signing Mane and getting Nunez in is not improving. Now, Nunez could go on and become an unbelievable player, but as of this season upcoming, I don't think replacing Nunez with Mane is an improvement. Now, Manchester City have improved, obviously, with the likes of Haaland and Cucurella and these type of players coming in. But, yeah, I think it's going to be a great season. I agree with you, Carl. United till I die said, good half, good test, which is needed against a defensive side like Atletico. Yeah, I agree. Anyone think Hendo was treated unfairly last season and been shipped out already this season? I don't think so. I mean, he got a very good spell of games under Ollie at the end of the season before, and he didn't do that good. De Gea is up there in the top with, you can put him in the category of top goalkeepers in the world. And I don't think Henderson is. I don't. He may well be one day down the line, and we have loaned him out, so he's not gone. But I think Erik ten Hag, long term, could potentially go outside of the club to look at a goalkeeper. I don't think Henderson, maybe with the ball at his feet, is overly good either. And obviously De Gea isn't. So I think we could potentially go outside of the club and look at goalkeepers for a long-term, replacement. But look, that's not going to be done this season or next season. Obviously, there are more important things that we need to improve before the goalkeeping situation. But I certainly think it'll be looked at in the next few years. I do. Padre says, I'm not trying to be mean, but the squad you have is not top 6 in the Prem. Well, the squad we have now is better than the squad we had last season, and we finished in the top 6. So, we had a very, very, very bad season last season. And I don't see Ten Hag allowing us to have a bad season like that again. So, I think you're talking through your arse, Patrick. I think United will comfortably get top 6. I mean, who's going to get top 6 ahead of us? West Ham? No. Leicester? No. Villa? No. Newcastle? No. So, yeah. I think we've improved since last season in terms of, Malacia, Ericsson, and Martinez coming in certainly improves different areas. Are we the finished article? Absolutely not. But we're certainly a better team than we were last year, I think. Matic was too old. Mata was too old. Pogba was a fraud. Lingard was a fucking dancer. Cavani didn't want to play after Christmas. So, they're all gone. So, and we've got, three hungry players in since. So I think we have improved. I do. So I'm happy. Vincent says, is CR7 playing? No, he's in the squad for tomorrow's game. He won't be playing today. He'll be playing tomorrow. Heine says, we'll keep the ball better and pressing better, but still lacks ideas in the final third. Well, look, I think we're a lot better in the final third than we have been in the last couple of seasons. And look, it's a work in progress. This is not gonna improve overnight by any, in any way. So I think we just need to be patient. We really do. But yeah, it's going to take time. Delby says, some deluded people on this app thinking Newcastle will finish above us. Well, look, go and watch my TikTok. I've done my predictions from 1 to 20. There's 2 TikToks up on my homepage. You want to go and watch them. I think I don't see Newcastle getting anywhere near top 4 or top 6. The reason being is that they can't invest massive amounts this year due to financial fair play. Now, when sponsorship deals come in next year, next summer they'll be able to spend massive amounts if they get high amounts of sponsorship deals done. But as for this season, they're not going to be able to invest 200 or 300 million on players. They just can't do it due to financial fair play. Let's see what people are saying here. Mickey says, honestly, the more and more I hear and see Nunez, he won't start that much for Liverpool next season. Interesting, Mickey. Carl says, we definitely have top 6 squad. Deluded comment. And Mickey says, we have had bad seasons before and came back and won the Premier League, so don't think we will be out of top 6. No, look, if you get me top 6 and winning the Europa League next year, I'd snatch your hand off right now. Because it means we're back into the Champions League for the following season, and it means we win a trophy. Owen says, winning or playing nice football doesn't count, but I think United did not impress at all in the first half, I presume. I thought we played quite well. Look, we're playing a team that was in the semi-final of the Champions League last year as well. So I know it's only pre-season, so we're not going to get too carried away, but I like what I'm seeing. I do. I think we're keeping the ball very well. I think we're winning the ball back when we lose it. I think our intensity levels are good. We're pressing high. So, look, I'm happy. But again, look, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Absolutely. Cristiano Ronaldo is not doesn't care about United. No loyalty, says Sam. Well, look, that's always been the case with Ronaldo, in fairness. He it's always been about Ronaldo, and we knew that when we were signing him. We always knew that. So look, there's nothing new there. Chris says Ten Hag's not interested in top 4. He's going for the title. That's the fucking shot, Chris. Come on, over that boy. But I do think Ten Hag is thinking long term like that. He's saying, you could see it in his very first interview. He's, they were talking about dynasties and the fact that Man City and Liverpool are dominating and stuff like that. And he said it all has to come to an end at some stage, and he's right. Manchester United's, 20-year domination is obviously came to an end when Ferguson left. So, you hear all these Liverpool fans now saying United are shite and, Liverpool are great and all that. Nothing fucking lasts forever, lads. So there's going to be a time when Manchester United win the league again and Liverpool won't. If Manchester United win the league, which they will do in the future, Liverpool won't win it that year. And where will all the Liverpool fans be then? So... and that mightn't be too far away. Who knows? And I'm excited. I'm obviously we started this channel, before the end of last season, and I'm excited, hopefully, to have done it at a good time where United will start to improve, and we have a clear vision going forward, and the bullshit of the last 10 years is over and stuff like that. So hopefully we have this channel started for the next phase, for the positive phase, Couple of younger players have had a good pre-season, says Matthew. Zidane, Savage. I agree with you, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see whether they'll be kept in around the first team squad for the season, or will they be loaned out. I wouldn't be. A lot of people get disappointed when they hear some of these young players out on loan because they don't get to play throughout the season and stuff. But look, I mean, going out on loan is always a positive for them as well, because they're getting first team football. Let's see. What are people saying here on YouTube? Prosper says, Fred is on fire today, guys. I am impressed. He's playing well. He absolutely is playing well, Prosper. I agree with you there. Mickey says, not going to last 30 years. I presume that's without a title. Well, absolutely. But you still look at it, and I love giving a little dig here and there, and Liverpool fans watching. All your talk and your bullshit about domination and this and that and the other, and you've dominated fuck all. You've won a league, you've won a Champions League, and you've won the Carabao Cup and FA Cup in, 6 years, okay? You've dominated fuck all. You've still only won one league title in 32 fucking years. So you've dominated nothing. Man City, on the other hand, have dominated. They've basically been dominating for the last 10 years. So, and I'd hold my hand up. If Liverpool were dominating, I would hold my hand up and say it, that you are. Martin, thanks for the gift. I appreciate it. Liverpool are not dominating. You have a good team, absolutely. And Irish lad, thanks for the gift. You have a very good team, I agree, and you've played very attractive, positive football over the last 5 years or so under Klopp. But you fucking haven't dominated when you go away. And you can have your boy, we got 90. We only missed, we only lost the league by a point and we lost on goal difference. It means fuck all. If you don't finish first, you're last. Simple as that. So, one league title in 32 years. Anyway, look, it's only a bit of banter. I love a bit of banter. I get enough stick off Liverpool fans anyway, so it's good to give a bit back. I'm not going to, there's no hate or there's no fuck you're only a scumbag or anything like that. It's all a bit of banter. It's just a game at the end of the day, and we're passionate about it, so bring on the bit of banter. There we go. T says, and MUFC have collapsed. There we go. We haven't collapsed. We're just obviously not as good as we used to be. We set the bar so high that obviously when we take a dip like that, it's going to be noticeable. But we haven't collapsed. You tell him, lad, says Ghost. Oh, the fuck, bye. Really don't know where Ronaldo is going to fit into this team. Well, that's going to be interesting to see, Adnan, absolutely. Davban says, so a runner-up medal means nothing. Well, you don't get a runner-up medal for coming second in the league, Davban. So you're talking absolute rot there. No team gets a silver medal for coming second in the league. And I played soccer only at football only at a local level. I'm not claiming to be any good, but any time I've got a runners-up medal, I've thrown it away. I have no interest in runners-up medals. So anybody that puts a runners-up medal on display, it just shows the mentality. Mark says Liverpool live in your heads. Do they? I don't think they do. Manchester United lives in my head. I love Manchester United. I love talking about United. I love nothing more than Manchester United, and I love having a bit of banter with Liverpool fans. So that's it. We're stirring the pot here now, lads. The Liverpool fans are coming out of the fucking wardrobe here. I didn't know there was too many Liverpool fans watching. They were very quiet, but let's go. Come on. I know you're more than welcome. I'm only messing. This is just a bit of banter. You know what I mean? But I mean, supporting the club wouldn't be any fun without a bit of banter between rival fans, would it? Some people take it to heart, says Carol. Liverpool United 9-0. Absolutely 9-0. And you did deserve that. You did. I would agree. We were shocking. But that's not going to happen this season. And you can clip this and save this now if you want. You're not going to beat us 9-0 on aggregate again this season. No way. You don't get medals for sixth either. I know you don't, Mark. Absolutely. And that's exactly why I said if you're not first, you're last. So you've basically just proven my point. So thank you. Michael retired, had a son, and that son won the league before Liverpool did. I love that one. Well, look, Liverpool still have the same amount of Premier League titles as Blackburn and Leicester. So, I mean, you're in good company, guys. Ye frauds. It was very hard for any manager to take over from Fergie and carry on winning. Yeah, absolutely. And look, it was always going to happen. Owen says, I believe things will change, but we need to hold the ball. The midfielders also are not stable. Score says Ronaldo Ferris is 0-0 half time. Sign Abraham off Roma, 20 million plus Premier League goals guaranteed, says the Dublin Times. It wouldn't be a bad shout, to be honest with you. I don't think Mourinho would let him go, though. Mourinho seems to be, improving his squad an awful lot. He's after getting Dybala in. He's looking at getting Eric Bailly off of us. So, look, we'll see. Cottle says Liverpool will be in Europa League club when Klopp leaves. Irish lad again, thanks for the gift. Yeah, I mean, look, Liverpool could have that drop-off, and they potentially could, and Man City either, because the managers that they have are so good that when they do eventually leave, they'll probably see a drop-off as well. Prosper says, do you think Nunez will make it in the Premier League? I think he will eventually make it. I do think he will. I don't think he's going to be world-class or anything, but I do think he's going to make a good Premier League player, yeah. It's going to be scary now. Newcastle and Man City will be dominating for the next 20 years. Well, look, I mean, there's only so much money you can spend, and Manchester United are not a poor club. We just haven't got it right in terms of what we've spent. We spent more than any club in Europe in the last 11 years. We just haven't spent it well. So if we can get competent people in the background, getting good signings in, I think certainly we can. I wouldn't be worried about the kind of money that Newcastle and Man City have, because financial fair play allows for that. Just about to kick off, guys. I'm going to fill up my water bottle. Give me 1 sec. Kyra, thanks for the gift. Right, we're back. I've got some snacks too. Aero melts. They are lovely. Now, right, and we're off again. Let's get the timer going. So as well, anybody watching on TikTok, guys, we're live on YouTube as well. And you get the full experience over there. We have the scoreboard, we have the starting 11, we have the timer. So you can click on the link on my homepage and head over to YouTube. We want the full experience. Chances are you get your comments read out a lot quicker over there as well, because it's always a lot quieter than TikTok is. So make sure you go over there and check it out. Okay. We'll hit 21,000 likes, guys. Like we said, our goal for the end of the stream is to get 40,000. So if you can keep tapping that screen for me on TikTok, it helps out the channel a ton. I'd really appreciate it. And anyone on YouTube that's watching as well, I appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, just take a second, hit the thumbs up button for me. Really helps the channel out a ton. And subscribe as well. These Aero melts are absolutely addictive. And they are melts. They melt in your mouth. What's your favourite chocolate? Let us know in the comments. So, I don't think we've had any changes at halftime. It looks like the same starting to line up. So it's 0-0 Richard. And Adam, it's on MUTV. Mickey says, let's see. Oh no, sorry, that's what we're saying here. Cod says it's going to be scary. Oh yeah. Mickey says, you said it, Jack. We set the bar so high, we live in Liverpool's head. Mickey says, Neville said it about this season. They have no depth. Van Dijk or Trent get injured or screwed. Well, that happened a couple of seasons ago when Van Dijk got injured. They absolutely bottled it. Oh, get it over, another one. Here's Martial. Oh no, Atletico clear. Ahmed is in. Good to see you, Ahmed. Thanks for joining us. Gerard is in, says you'll never walk alone. I'd rather walk on my own, to be honest with you. Good bit of banter. I think they've started well here. Again, they're pressing quite high up the field. Baban is from Nigeria. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. You're more than welcome. What am I eating? Says Mark. Oh, Mark. Let's see these. They're Aero melts. They're fucking unbelievable, so they are. They're absolutely unbelievable. But they're fucking addictive. I can't stop eating them. I'm trying to talk to you here as well. George said, never been the same since Sir Alex Ferguson left. Well, that's pretty obvious. Oh, they're savage. Look at them, no? They're just little, like, big chocolate buttons. They're fucking deadly. Man City is better. Go City. Well, that's pretty obvious. They are better than United at the moment. Nothing lasts forever. Goonie Boss. We playing today. We are. Second half is just after kicking off. Playing Atletico Madrid. 0-0. Maybe bring Moyes back. Says Jared. Nah. Ten Hag is the man. In Ten Hag we trust. Score 0-0. Fuck me, guys. I can't stop eating these. I have to put them out of reach. I want to keep eating them. Oh. They're too nice, boy. Condamala says, where is Ronaldo? So he's not in the squad for today, but he is in the squad for the game tomorrow. We're playing another game tomorrow against Rayo Vallecano. In Old Trafford. So he'll be involved in that tomorrow. But Twigs is in. Good to see you, man. Come for a watch along. Stay for the chocolate buttons. Absolutely. Absolutely. I had to put them away over there out of reach. They're too nice. I would have ate the whole lot of them. Ala says Mark Wannabe. So is that Mark Goldbridge or Wannabe from like the Spice Girls? I love your team, says so Manchester United. Good stuff. Happy days. Martin says, you're going over this season. I am, Martin. So I have I'm after getting a cup season ticket. The United started doing them this year. And so I'm guaranteed the 3 home games for the Europa League, and then any home games for the FA Cup or Carabao Cup. We're guaranteed tickets for that as well. Atletico are here 1-1. Stands up Harry Maguire. Maguire does well. And then obviously if we get outside of the group stages in the Europa League, last 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, things like that, we'll have tickets for that. So I'm going to be going over a good bit this year, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. We'll be doing some content from Old Trafford as well. You'll never walk alone as a United fan, says LFC fan. I'm a LFC fan. Oh, wait now. Here we go. Oh, Langa. Too heavy for Rashford. I'm an LFC fan, but best of luck in UEFA Champions League. It's only banter. It is only banter. How much are the season tickets, says Martin? So the cup season tickets that I got, so we're only guaranteed 3 games out of it. And it was £110. So that's for the 3 Europa League games. Now, if we do get any more games where we're playing at home in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup or the knockout stages of the Europa League, we get them at 50% discounted rate as well. So, I'm looking forward to going over. See what people are saying here. Nanny says, hi from Australia, where I am. Good, Jared. You're more than welcome. Thanks for joining us. Do you think people are sleeping on Palace this season? No, I don't think so. They've signed a couple of good players, but I couldn't see him maybe being any more than, mid-table. I think I actually put him in 12th, I think, in my predictions on TikTok. Moderator, hey man, Greg from Canada. Just wondering what you take on the Ronaldo saga so far. Well, good to see you, Greg. Thanks for joining us. I've said it in a lot of my lives and a lot of any of the content I've done really around Ronaldo. I'm quite calm about the whole situation, to be honest. Look, if he leaves, he leaves. And I don't think it's going to be the end of the world, because I think Ten Hag is looking to implement this kind of system that we're playing. Look, it doesn't suit Ronaldo an awful lot. And he's only going to be here for one more season anyway, if he does stay. So I'm quite calm about it. If he stays, he stays. And we'll get goals out of him. But if he goes, it's not the end of the world. So that's what I'm thinking of it. Really. Jared says, are your seats the same each guaranteed game? Yeah, they are. So same seats. So we bought the kind of Europa League and Cup season ticket seats. So myself and another friend have a seat beside each other, and we're guaranteed them for each game. Yeah. Greetings from St. Lucia. Wow, great to see you. Karam, is it Karamislu? I hope I pronounced that right, but you're more than welcome. Thanks for joining us. Who do you think's going to win the Community Shield? I'd have to go with Man City, really. I would. Goonie Boss says, what channel? It's on MUTV. Goonie. Twig says, is it the regular buttons or any different thing about them? No, it's not. They're Aero Melts. They're fucking... No. Aero Melts. They're absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm after picking them up again. I'm going to fucking eat the rest of them. Tyler, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. Here's a Langa now. Atletico do well in that defensive there. Arnhem says, do you think Man United will finish in the top 10 this season? Fuck off, will ya? Have to put them away. Karam says, I moved from Salford to St. Lucia in 2019, just down the road from Old Trafford. Wow! That's a big change. Manchester to St. Lucia. Correct me if I'm wrong. St. Lucia is in the Caribbean. Is it a Caribbean island? Correct me if I'm wrong on that one now. Sorry guys, just put my charger in here. Oh, there we go. Burman, Ronaldo leaving is going to affect the team. We can never trust Martial as striker. Well, I think Martial has been playing very well in pre-season, and he deserves to start for the start of the season. Whether he can last the whole year in that kind of form, I don't know. Do you have a favourite team in the AFL Is that the Australian League? I don't know. If it is the Australian League, I don't know an awful lot about it, I have to say. Oh, I tell you, it could have easily been a penalty there for the challenge on Rashford. I reckon if there was VAR in this game now in the league, you could potentially be looking at it. Mikey is in. Good to see you, man. They go nice with a glass of red wine, would they? Nah, you couldn't have chocolate and red wine. I just think it's too contrasting, man. You'd be getting a nice, savoury, sweet, and then, you know, you're drinking red wine and it's kind of soury. So no. Ethan is in. Good to see you, Ethan. From a Liverpool fan, I would rather United be better because it's a bigger challenge. Well, there you go. Absolutely. Why no penalty, says Vincent? I don't know. It could have gone either way, to be honest. Mikey puts in the smiling faces. But keep smashing that like button for us, guys. Anybody watching on TikTok, keep tapping the screen for me. It helps out the channel a ton. We set a target of 40,000 likes before the end of the live stream. So please keep tapping the screen for me. Helps the channel out an awful lot. We're on, let me see, we're on nearly 22,000 likes. So keep tapping the screen. Zambia is in the building. Man U for life, says Gerald. Absolutely, Gerald. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So United are keeping possession pretty well here now, in fairness, you'd have to say. But, I mean, Atletico are doing their usual thing. They're 11 men behind the ball when they haven't got it and trying to make the space smaller. Lindelof steps into midfield there very well. I think Fred is playing quite well. He hasn't given the ball away an awful lot. He's linking up quite well, and here's Fernandez on the edge of the box. Oh, lovely ball through to Elanga. Elanga gets pushed wide. Martial, get the ball in the box. Come on. Alright, he puts it out. Martial is down injured. Who do you think our player of the season will be? Says Lila Kennedy. It's hard to know, really. I mean, I have a sneaky suspicion that Sancho is going to have an unbelievable season. But let's see. Now, here we go. So, Atletico Madrid are bringing on the big guns. Witsel, Griezmann, João Felix, Morata. They're bringing on all the big guns here for the last half an hour. Ethan says, who's better, Liverpool or City? City are. Uganda Man U fan says, Hector, great to see you, Hector. Thanks for joining us. Twig says, that young lad from Salzburg we are after scored against Liverpool. He did. I watched the highlights of that game, and he had a very, very, very good game, I have to say. I took his goal very well. Hopefully we can get him. I really do. You know, a good, young, hungry striker. All for it. Absolutely all for it. So yeah, Atletico Madrid making wholesale changes there. Looks like, I think all 11 have been changed, or 10 at least, outfield players. Are you a commentator? Says, has it? No, well, I'm not. I'm just a fan that watches games and talks about them while they're going on. So, no, I'm not a commentator. Maybe someday. You never know. I don't think I have the voice for it. Who is your favourite Manchester United player? You'd have to say Ronaldo, wouldn't you? Just given down through the years, like, obviously, I was kind of growing up. I was a teenager when he was first with us. So yeah, I'd have to probably say Ronaldo. Yeah, I would say probably Ronaldo. Mickey says Liverpool will be after him next after seeing him score against him. Once that's all they knew about him, absolutely, and they'll be probably selling Nunez. He's been poor in pre-season, Nunez has, but look, I think he'll be decent enough for Liverpool in the end. I think Fernandes should be benched for Ericsson says Riculas. And Dante, thanks for the gift. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, United are keeping possession quite well here now, in fairness to them. Kind of struggling a bit, like we were saying earlier, to create an awful lot in the final third. Now, again, by Atletico, they're giving away fouls and they're pulling lads back and they're dragging players down, and it's all about defence for them. So it's always going to be difficult, but yeah, my 2-0 prediction is still on. Who's winning the Community Shield today, says Mark. I can't look past Man City, to be honest with you. I think Man City will win it. I want to be on live. Asked Passy Kelly. Well, do a live then. You ain't going to be on my one. Is Donny on yet, says Carl. No, he's not on yet, Carl. I don't think United have made any changes yet. But yeah, United have a free kick now. 61 minutes gone. United have a free kick in good position, about 10 yards outside the box. This is what you'd be looking at, maybe getting something out of one of the games. Oh, Fernandez went for a cheeky little shot on goal there, but keeper had his angles covered. I think a bit more pace on it, it would have tested him, but Joe Felix now standing Bruno Fernandes up 1-on-1 down on the edge of our box. And Fernandes does really well, in fairness. Now, do it simple. Well done. That's great defending. Great defending. But that's what Fernandes needs to bring into his game. He needs to simplify his game an awful lot rather than trying these kind of Hollywood flicks and big long balls. What's the scores? It's 0-0. Pass says host me. Nope. I won't host you. But it's been a good game, guys. I have to say, it's been a good game. It's been kind of end-to-end stuff, and there's been good chances, and obviously we still have a half an hour to go yet, but good test for Manchester United. Absolutely good test. It's been interesting to see the fact that Ten Hag hasn't made wholesale changes again. And he's done that on a couple of occasions. So it's looking like we're kind of finding out, maybe we're finding out what our starting 11 is going to be, really, I think, are we? Because he wants to maybe get good game time into their legs, and I'm going to maybe do a preview video next Saturday, and I might do them for every United game in the season. We'll do maybe a preview the night before the game and see. But yeah, I think it's pretty clear the starting 11 we're basically going to go with, which is interesting to see. Where's Sancho today, says Anna. He is sick, so he's come down with an illness. He's not injured now or anything. So yeah, he has an illness at the moment. Mickey says no subs yet. Ten Hag treating this like a proper game. He is, absolutely. David's playing against him. David's playing against his former club, David De Gea. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he certainly is. Lyle says, you reckon Martinez and Varane will do well together? I think they would. If we can keep Varane fit, I certainly think they could make a very good partnership together. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, Varane's problem is staying fit. And if he doesn't, it'll be probably Martinez and Maguire, I think. Oh, Dalot does really well. Covers the space inside. Alanga needs to work back now because Atletico are breaking down the left. And he does well. He retrieves the ball, keeps possession, does very well. Harry Maguire with a good, a smart pass out to Delors rather than clearing his lines. And United are doing well. They're looking comfortable playing out from the back, which is good to see. And Malacia comes down the left now. He's linking up with Martial, and Atletico just nicked the ball away. But United are doing well when they lose the ball. They're doing very well to win it back fast, which is something I have been impressed with. Here's Bruno Fernandes now on the edge of the box. Gets the ball wide to Alanga. Atletico do well to defend again and clear their lines. But United are doing the majority of the pressing, I have to say. Where can I watch the games? Aaron, it's on MUTV, Aaron. You can download the Manchester United app either, but they're charging $7.99 for it. Yeah. Let's see. Buggy says, have United made any subs yet? They haven't, Buggy, no. Mikey says, do you think Donny will be like a new signing this year if he gets his chance? He has to take it. No point giving him a game here and there. Give him a run of games. I do think he'll get a run of games. I do. And obviously Ten Hag knows him better than most. So he'll know when to use him best. But it's... I would like to see him get a run of games. I really would, because I think there is a player there. I think he's probably lacking confidence at the moment. Lovely ball. Here's Delo making a run down. He has acres of space. If he gets his head up, Malacia's at the back post on his own. He can't pick him out. Can't clear the first man, but he retains possession on the end line. And Atletico win the ball back off him and come clear with the ball. Maguire and Martinez link up. Yeah, here comes Ericsson and Donny now. Looks like we're going to make the first couple of changes in the midfield. Scott McTominay there now. The collar is half up and half down. For anyone that put their fucking collar up, not McTominay. You know what I mean? Here's Christian Eriksen. Our first time to see him. He looks good in the shirt, in fairness to him. So here's Atletico coming down the right, cross into the box, slab head with the clearance. But it's pinballing around, but McTominay does well to clear the ball. But Atletico retain possession on the right hand side here now, so they are putting a bit of pressure on, in fairness to them. Joe Felix now at the end line. Great ball in. And that was a big chance. Saul coming in on the edge of the 6-yard box. A bullet of a cross from Joe Felix. And he just all he had to do was side foot it into the goal. But he blazes it over the bar. And United should be 1-0 down there. That was a great chance. Harry's looked good, says Twigs. He has looked good, in fairness to him, I have to say. I think he's had a decent pre-season training, or pre-season tour, Maguire has. So here's Ericsson on, and he comes on for... It looks like... Is it Martial he's after coming on for? And Donny is on for Scott McTominay then as well. Yeah, so it looks like Bruno's going to step forward into a false 9 role instead of Martial coming off, and Ericsson is going to step into Fernandez's role, and then a straight swap then for Donny and Scott McTominay. How do you think Sancho will do this season? Says only CR7 edits. I think he's going to have... I'm predicting him... My prediction is Sancho to be our player of the year this year. So I think he's going to have a very good year. I hope he does. Not much of a game to look at, says Joseph. Well, to be honest, Joseph, I've enjoyed it. It's been a bit like there's been some tackles thrown in and it's been kind of end-to-end. Look, there hasn't been... The only thing it's missing is a goal. But I think it's a good test for Manchester United. And it's a good game to have a week out from the start of the season. You know, because, you know, Atletico are... physical, or they're dogged, you know. So I think it's that's a corner now. How is that a free kick? How is that a free kick? The fucking Atletico Madrid player come in and barges Elanga off the ball. And the ref gives a free out. This referee is a fucking donkey. Anyway, show the game. Nah, can't, boho. I'd be thrown off of TikTok and Ryan says Arsenal 5-0. Who cares, Ryan? Alanga's got a couple of belts now in this game, but in fairness to him, he's just got back up and got on with it, you know. So I've been happy to see that. Carol says, can you give a little shout out to my son, Carter? He's a big United fan. He's 6 years old, always watches your lives with me. Carol, great to see you, man. Thanks for watching us. Looking forward to a good season. Hope you get to watch all the games, both yourself and your dad. Appreciate you tuning in. Cheers, pal. And Mickey says, Ericsson for Martial and Donny for McTominay. Yep, absolutely. Curious says, who cares about Arsenal for F's sake? This is United page. Look, you know, Ryan is only filling us in with some information. There's Ericsson now on the ball. Lovely Ericsson pass out to Malacia, which is great to see. Here's Ericsson with a lovely ball in. Oh, and it just skins the noodle of Alanga coming in, and that's what Ericsson gives you. Just gets the ball, opens his body, first time, lovely cross in, and all it needs is a touch on the header, and it would have been a goal. What a lovely ball in. But look, that's what you're going to get out of Christian Eriksen, you know. How do you watch the game? It's on MUTV, guys. Langa's getting injured a lot, says... yeah, well, he's getting a lot of heavy tackles put in on him. But look, he's in fairness to him, he's bouncing right back up and getting on with it. How is Malacia playing? Says Niall. He's playing well down the left side. He's linking up very well, in fairness to him. The Last Poet says, McSauce ain't getting near this team. Look at Donny and Ericsson. Absolutely. Here's Joe Felix breaking forward now. And they have numbers with Griezmann. Harry Maguire does very well. Harry Maguire's had a very good game, I have to say, in fairness to him. He's covered his angles quite well, and his recovery runs have been good as well. So, yeah, he does very well there, in fairness to him. Who's your favourite United player? Look, you'd have to say Ronaldo, really, wouldn't you? What's your take on the Ronaldo saga? Some saying in the media rumours. Look, I've said it a few times now. Ronaldo, I'm quite comfortable on the whole situation. If he goes, I don't really mind. If he stays, happy days. You know, so let's see what happens. Thanks, man. He's chuffed, over the moon. No problem, Carl. Anytime. Glad you can tune in. Please keep smashing a like on the video as well, guys, if you can. We have about 20 minutes to go left in this game if we're looking at added time as well. We're looking to get 40,000 likes on TikTok. So keep tapping that screen for me. It helps the channel out an awful lot. And anyone on YouTube as well, if you haven't already done so, please take a second, hit the thumbs up button. It helps the channel out a lot. Here's Malacia now breaking down the left-hand side. Oh, it has a strike, but strikes over the bar. So was it Malacia? It was, yeah. It's the one maybe slight criticism I would have about Malacia is maybe his decision making needs to be a little bit quicker. So he gets his head up and there was runners, and he kind of slows and maybe doesn't make his mind up as quickly as he should, and he's closed down by a couple of Atletico Madrid players, and then all he kind of has is a shot, you know. But again, that's only a slight criticism. I think he still has played very well. Eriksen is in the mood here, and here he gets down to the end line. Christian Eriksen, little dink in and wins the corner. Does very well. Score 0-0. Can't even score one goal. Well, look, hopefully we'll get one. Great live stream, bro, says Man United. Thanks a million. I appreciate it. Christian Eriksen getting a standing ovation in the corner as well by Manchester United fans, which is great to see. Now, let's see what his corners are like. Oh, lovely corner in. Oh, Maguire with your big fat head. How did you not score? Jesus Christ. Centre the goal. 6 yards out and he heads it wide. Oh, 50 pence head. Oh, Harry. Oh, how did you not score? He nearly put it out for a throw on the far side. It was so much wide. Oh, Anyway, hard luck. Hard luck. Ryan says, do you think United sign Frankie de Jong? Will he play like Pogba because he doesn't want to be there? I do think we'll get him eventually, and I don't think he's going to be like Pogba. Absolutely not. I think he would be happy to come to Manchester United. He just doesn't want to leave Barcelona until he gets paid his 17 million. That's all. What's the score? It's 0-0, guys. Jay says, going to be another long season for United. As for Arsenal, they look to be flying. Look, I mean, I think United are going to have a better season than they had last year. I'm not convinced by Arsenal. I'm really not. It's not a biased thing. Obviously, I don't particularly like Arsenal. I'm just not convinced by their manager. I'm not convinced the fact that they signed Gabriel Jesus at number 9. Man City last season wanted to sign Harry Kane as a number 9, and then when they didn't get him, Guardiola basically played the whole season without a number 9 rather than actually playing Gabriel Jesus. So what does that go to say to you? You know, so I don't know, it's going to be interesting. Head like a pineapple, says the last boy. You know, yeah. An old 50 pence piece, 6 sides to it. United are camped on the edge of Atletico Madrid's box here now. Eriksen with a lovely ball out to Malacia. Heavy first touch. Jay says Jesus has scored 11 goals in the last 5 games. Yes, it's pre-season, but that looks very good. Oh, look, it does. It does, absolutely. Look, maybe I'll be wrong. I don't know. I'm just not convinced by them yet. But look, it's up to them to convince everybody, you know. I mean, Manchester United had the worst season they've had in living memory last year, and we finished 6th. And Arsenal had the best season they've had since Wenger left, and they were only barely ahead of us. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, United are playing well here in the second half as well. Again, look, I mean, this is typical out of it's typical out of Atletico Madrid. I mean, they're so defense minded. It's crazy. Like if Simeone was ever to leave Atletico Madrid, it's just made for Jose Mourinho to take over. You know. How do you think Man United is playing? I think they're playing well. Obviously, you know, we have had a few chances and we should have scored a few of them. You know, we really should have. But look, another day we would get them. But there's been a lot of good performances. You know, Harry Maguire has played very well. Malacia has played well. I think Dalot has had another very good game. He's had a great pre-season. Fred was man of the match in the first half. Who else? I think Martial played well. Eriksen has played very well since he's come on. You know, so we've had some good performances. Are Atletico parking the bus? Well, they're not really parking the bus. They're just naturally defensive minded team, you know, and it's very frustrating to watch, and it's soul destroying to watch. I mean, remember the game against Man City in the Champions League last year. I mean, it's the most ugly form of football imaginable, you know, and it's all comes from Diego Simeone. I mean, João Felix is potentially one of the best young talents in Europe, and he's been wasted at Atletico Madrid. Absolutely wasted there. You know, he should be playing for a Real Madrid or a Man City or a Liverpool. Like, I'd love him at Manchester United, you know, but he shouldn't. You know, such a creative, talented young player shouldn't be playing in such a defensive-minded team, you know. Sean is in MUFC. Good to see you, man. Are you doing okay today? Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. What's the score? It's 0-0, guys. Atletico poxy team to play, says Carl. They are. They're just a nightmare to play against. But look, I mean, that's the way they play, and Diego Simeone has got success with them down through the years by playing that way. They've won La Liga, they've got to a couple of Champions League finals. They're always, quarter semis, so it works. It's just not an attractive way to play. Especially when you have such good attacking players in your team. Fucking water bottle is still leaking. I need to get a new water bottle. Do you know what channel the Brighton game is on? Says Mark. I would presume it's on Sky. It's either Sky or BT. One or the other, Mark. So United or Sky usually do Friday night football, don't they? And then, I'd say it's Sky. It's probably Super Sunday on Sky, I'd say. Because usually what happens is Sky will do Friday night football. Fucking BT will do the early game on a Saturday morning. Then there's no games on then during the 3 o'clock kickoffs. And then Sky will take over the Super Sunday games then as well. Niall says, what's the story with Benjamin Sesko? Look, I don't know. We are... Our Manchester United representatives are talking with his representatives. As of now, there hasn't been any bid or anything like that we're aware of. But I think it is potentially a deal we could get done quite quickly if United do decide to pull the trigger on it. So I think it'd be a great signing. I really do. Young, hungry player, Absolutely. Mickey says Brighton is Sky. Yeah. There's a couple of people saying it's on Sky Sports. Absolutely, yeah. It's a 2 p.m. kickoff, so it mightn't be televised. Well, we might have to put the Fire Stick back in then. But, it'd be great to see United getting a goal here. Pelestri coming forward. Lovely ball down to Rashford now. And he's one-on-one with Witsel here. Lovely cut inside. 1-2. Oh, it comes back to Pelestri. Oh, and it's blocked. He kind of scuffed the shot. And he fouls Atletico defender. He kind of scuffed his shot. It was unlucky. Would have been great to get a goal there. Lovely ball down to Marcus Rashford. And in fairness to him, he carries his run on very well. And his ball comes back to him. He just hits the ball into the ground. Takes the sting out and the Atletico player can block it. Nah, that's not a penalty. There's calls for a handball, but the Atletico player's arms were down by his side. Kieran says, which youngster are you looking forward to see get some game time? Any of them, to be honest with you, Kieran. I mean, whichever ones are kept in the squad, if it's Jimmy Garner, if it's Garnacho, if it's Pelestri, if it's, Zidane Iqbal, if it's, Charlie Savage, whoever, if the manager decides to play him, I'm all for it. Pelestri reminds me of Cavani a bit, says Ryan. Hopefully Lindelof isn't insured. Why does Sancho... I mean, fucking Atletico Madrid are still throwing in heavy challenges here. I mean, it's after putting... That fucker Saul is after putting in a challenge there on Pelestri, and it was heavy, and there's fucking no need for it in a pre-season game, Why is Sancho not playing today? He has an illness, so he's just out with an illness is all. He's not injured or anything. Bro, are you all ready to admit you need Ronaldo? Well, look, I mean, keeping Ronaldo would be the ideal scenario because he will get his goals regardless. But I'm not worried if he leaves. I'm really not, because we're only going to get him for one more season anyway. And if we're looking at a long-term project under Ten Hag, then I don't think it makes a massive difference whether he stays or goes. I would like him to stay, but I'm not worried if he goes. Malacia is playing well as well there, in fairness to him. He's nipping at the heels there and, wins the ball and clears the danger. Dean says Atletico Madrid have a habit of playing dirty. Yeah, it's just their style, Dean, really, isn't it? I mean, like, it's the Simeone way, you know. Lie, cheat and steal. Hope Ronaldo will not play, says Cherry. Well, look, he will play. If he stays, he'll play, you know, and he's down to play tomorrow anyway, so let's see what happens, you know, let's see what happens. I'm looking forward to seeing him, I really am. I mean, Ronaldo will always, to me, will always be a legend, a Manchester United legend in my eyes, and I'm interested to see how he gets on, you know. Manchester United done really well in getting out there with Eriksen, and they just couldn't clear their lines fully. Atletico are on the break here. Here's Joe Felix. This is dangerous now. And he scores. There you go. There you go. Joe Felix, class. You know, great talent. And again, it goes back to what I was saying. So United are 1-0 down. And, you know, Joe Felix with a lovely, lovely goal there. You can't really take it away from him, in fairness. Just a little step over outside the box. Yeah, just a little. Yeah, he just kind of opens up the body, kind of wrong foots David De Gea, goes near side, and yeah, there's no stopping that really. It's a very good goal. So yeah, United 1-0 down. About 5 minutes to go. So that's unfortunate. But look, like we said, and look, I said it at the start of the live. Obviously we do want to win, but the result is not what's really important here. It was a very good goal. Absolutely. You'd hold your hands up there to Atletico. But look, regardless of it, I still think it's been a very good performance by Manchester United. And just a bit of individual quality there, you'd have to say, with João Felix. United done very well on the far side to actually, you know, link up play and actually get out and get through Atletico Madrid's press. But Eriksen tries to play a ball down the field which is blocked, and it just allows Atletico to, you know, to break. Well, they didn't really break. João Felix just got the ball and scored. So it was a good individual goal. Albi is in, just finished work. What's the story, Albi? Yeah, so we've actually played quite well, I think, Albi. It's been, we're 1-0 down. Atletico have just scored there a minute or two ago. So it's 1-0 to Atletico Madrid. But United have played quite well, I have to say. Some good performances. Your old friend Fred has basically been man of the match, Albi. He's been very, very good. Harry Maguire has played very well. Eriksen has played very well when he came on. Malacia and Dalot, two fullbacks, have had two very good games as well. Donny van de Beek has been good since he came on as well. Here's Rashford now. Looking for a handball there, but Atletico are going to clear their lines here. And it's a foul. Jake is in. Good to see you. Jake says hi. Lots of fouls. Absolutely lots of fouls, yeah. Not a United fan, but are you ready for the start of the season? We're as ready as we're going to be now at this stage. I think we need some more players in, absolutely. But I certainly think the squad we have is ready. I think Ten Hag has them playing, you know, good football, and he has them fit, which is good to see. So I still do think we need some fresh blood in. That's Atletico's defensive or not. The front three can create from nothing. Absolutely, Mickey, I agree. So a bit of an old scuff here between Morata and Fred, and I'm fucking happy to see Fred getting stuck in there. He is on a yellow card, but... Oh, Chesney fucking stood on his stomach. Fred is lucky to stay on the field there, I'd have to say. He's very, very lucky to stay on the field. He's going to send him off. Oh, you send him off. This referee has been a bit of a prick, though, in fairness. I mean, it's a pre-season game. Atletico have given as good as they've taken. And this referee is just pulling fucking yellow cards out to bait the band all game. There's no need for it. You know, Fred got a yellow card in the first half. Now, in fairness, it was a bad challenge that he put in there. There was afters. He put studs in on Morata's stomach when he was on the ground. But the first yellow card that Fred got wasn't a yellow card. This referee has been very trigger happy when it comes to yellow cards. But yeah, he's sent off. So United down to 10 men. I mean, it's a scandalous challenge. He jumps up on top of him and gives him a stud into the stomach. Yeah, he gets a red card. He's gone. United down to 10. Sam, what's the score? It's 1-0 to Atletico Madrid, Sam. We're just gone into added time now. I think James Garner is after coming on. And he's on for, it looks like... Who is he on for? Palestri, is it? Oh no, it's not Palestri. Oh, it is. Yeah. Or is it Charlie Savage that's on? I'm not too sure. Imagine getting sent off at a friendly. I did before. I know how it feels. LFC 97 says, send him off, this motherfucker Fred. Woo. Alright, LFC. We're not having any of that dirt in my group. So now you can be blocked there. There's no motherfuckers playing for Manchester United. Is Ronaldo playing on Sunday? Says the Alvarez. He is. Well, he's in the squad anyway. We'll see what kind of... how he plays. But anyway... Bye, Fred. What's the central defence? So centre defence is it's been Lindelof and Maguire and Lindelof the whole game, Albie. So Martinez is on the bench. He hasn't got on. You would expect him maybe to be playing tomorrow in Old Trafford. The ref has been a damn joke all game, almost against United the whole game. I agree, Mickey, absolutely. Cottle says, unlucky result. We were definitely the better side. Yeah, I agree. Prosper says Arsenal 6-0 against Sevilla. Jesus is unstoppable. You got another hat-trick again, I think. But look, I mean, we'll worry about them when the season starts. Let's see how they get on. Jake says, do you think United will win Europa League and Prem, or at least top four? Well, I don't think we're going to win the Premier League. I think we have a right good chance of winning the Europa League. And if we make a few more signings, I think we could make top four. Absolutely. LFC says, rip off Goldbridge. Absolutely not. I just enjoy watching Manchester United and talking to like-minded football lovers. So if you don't like it, jog on, son. Is it possible to watch tomorrow's game? It's on MUTV, the Alvarez. So that's it, guys. Game over. Manchester United 1-0 defeat, but a good performance. Look, a good performance, I have to say. Like we said it at the start of the stream, that the result wasn't massively important. Obviously, look, we would like United to win, of course, but I think that the performance was good. I think it was good. If we go through the players, we have De Gea hadn't really got much to do. There was nothing he could have really done for the goal. He played the ball out quite well. So he was good with the ball at his feet. I thought Delo and Malacia were decent at fullbacks. I thought they linked up quite well, and I like their intensity. And central defence, then Lindelof was okay. I thought Harry Maguire had a very good game, in fairness to him. McTominay, just another one of his games. Nothing really, just floating through games without doing much. Going around the collar up, looked like a fucking idiot. I still think he has great heart and great spirit and stuff like that, but he's just not. I don't think he's good enough. Fred, I would be close to giving Fred man of the match, even though he got sent off at the end. I thought he was very good. I really do. Elanga Elanga was okay. He was okay. He kind of gets shoved off the ball an awful lot. I still think he has a bit to go to in relation to his development to be up there, and getting regular first team football ahead of the likes of Rashford and Sancho. Rashford had a quiet enough game. He had a couple of chances that he maybe scuffed his shots. He could have maybe done better for, but he's getting these big long shots out of his game, which I'm happy to see. Bruno's alright. I mean, again, he just kind of floated through the game. He done a couple of silly things in relation to giving the ball away and doing a Cruyff turn on the edge of his own box when he should be clearing it. But it does seem like he's getting a lot of that out of his game. He's not doing it as much. But he linked up quite well and he got forward and he was getting in the box, so I was happy with that. And then we had Martial up front. I thought Martial was lively again. He looked good. He looked sharp. He was unlucky with a couple of block shots, and and on another day he would have got a couple of goals. So I was happy with him. And then our substitutes. I think who did we have? We had Donny done well when he came on, I thought, and Eriksen alongside him done quite well, linking up. Eriksen had a lovely ball into the box that we should have scored from with Elanga. But yeah, outside of that, I think it was an all-round. Paddy says, can you please play for my mate Mooner, who's battling addiction? Hope he gets well soon. But yeah, all around, I think it was a good performance. Look, the result didn't go our way, absolutely. Jack is clear of Goldbridge, says Cottle. Go man, Cottleby. Yeah, look, I think it was a good performance. Look, obviously, it's our first defeat in pre-season. Were we expecting to get through pre-season without losing one game? Probably not. But I think the improvements are there, and it's clear to see that we're improving each game. We really are. And it's something that I'm quite happy with. I think if we can add to our squad now over the next few weeks, the remaining weeks of the transfer window, I certainly think we will have a vastly better squad than we did and team than we did last year. But we're getting there. And like we said, this is not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to be a slow build. We are going to go through phases next season where we might win a few games in a row, and it's going to be tough, but we just have to keep our patience, keep our cool, trust in the manager, trust in the squad and the players, and so I'm all for it, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to the journey, that we're about to go on under Erik ten Hag. The obviously we didn't get to see Martinez play today, but I've seen Malacia a couple of times now. He's looked good. Eriksen is just Eriksen. He's a class act when he came on there. Didn't give the ball away once. If we can, obviously when we get to see Martinez, you would presume he's going to, do well. And if we need to add to our squad. We really do. But I'm looking forward to the upcoming season. I don't want to be negative about it. There's enough fan channels out there, and people are mentioning Goldbridge, and things like that. There's enough fan channels out there that will constantly focus on the negative, and I try not to do that as much as possible. I'll call players out when they're not playing well, and if we're going through a bad spell and all that. But I'll try and keep it as positive as possible, and I think there is a lot of positives to take from our pre-season tour and going into next season or going into this season, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm buzzing for it. I have the new jersey ready to go for next Sunday. I'm not putting it on until next week. There's the tag for anyone who's thinking it's not real. Buzzing for it. Oh, that new smell. Can't wait. Can't wait. Let's get through a couple of quick comments before we go, guys. If you haven't already done so, guys, please smash the like button. We're on 28,000 likes on TikTok. Please tap the screen for us. Let's try and get to 30,000 before we finish up in a minute or two. Keep tapping that screen. I really appreciate it. Anyone on YouTube as well, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button for me. We're on 34 likes. Let's try and get to 40 before the end. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. Cottle says, I was hoping Martinez would play. So was I, Cottle, but look, you would be expecting him now. He'll play tomorrow. So I'm sure we'll see him tomorrow in Old Trafford, which is probably an even better place to see him get his debut, Alanga needs a bit more bulk about him so he doesn't get pushed around so easily. Absolutely, Mickey, I agree with you there. And Colin says Jack is clear of Goldbridge. Mickey says Pellistri was a good onlooker until Fred got sent off. I thought Pellistri done quite well when he came on as well, in fairness to him. Colin said collar up. Yeah, and Carl says we're off, mate. Me and Carter. Good luck. Chat you on the next one. No bothers, Carter. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you can join tomorrow as well for the game at 4 o'clock. And yeah, we'll see you then. Thanks for coming along. Jay says, at least you take other opinions, pal. Other fella talks absolute pish. Yeah, well, look, it's I like watching Mark Goldbridge. I do. I think it's entertaining to watch, and he does say a lot of good things, but I just find that sometimes it's just so bloody negative, and it's kind of his way or the highway. Yeah. This is we come to the United Community Channel for a bit of positivity. But yeah, look, guys, I really appreciate it. It's been a great watch along, in fairness. I have to say, I really enjoyed the game. Obviously, look, the result didn't go our way, but we're nearly 3 hours live now, which is great. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe on YouTube. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel out a ton. And on TikTok as well, if you haven't already done so, please follow and like the video. You can click on my homepage here as well, and it has my link tree there. It has all of my links to everything. We do have a Discord group set up as well, guys, just to let you know. Go over and join the Discord group. It's on my link tree, so make sure you go in and join there. There's some good conversations going on. It's not just for United fans, it can be for anybody, so come over and join there. And also join our FPL League, our Fantasy Premier League. Again, there's a link for it on my homepage. I'll put it in the chat here as well, just so people on YouTube have it. There's a good lot of people in it already, and people are, people's teams and stuff. There's a lot of people going over to the Discord group then and actually putting their putting the teams that they have up in the Discord group, which is great to see as well. So I'm just after putting the link in on the YouTube chat, and it's pinned there. So yeah, make sure you do that, guys. Follow us along on everything. We're going to be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock for United versus Rayo Vallecano. Think I'm saying that right now. So we're going to be back for that game tomorrow. And then obviously next week we'll have our transfer talk show on Monday night, like we always do at 7:30. We'll have it again on Wednesday, and I'm going to be doing my Premier League predictions on Wednesday, so make sure you tune into that. And then from Friday night, I'm not sure whether I'm going to do a transfer talk show next Friday or whether I might just do a watch along for the first game of the season, whoever's playing. I'll let you know during the week. But yeah, make sure you're liking, subscribing to the YouTube channel, guys, so you don't miss out on that. I appreciate everyone being in. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.